That's the sugar plum. Here we go. Kick it over to live.
And we're live.
What's going on, you lovable Linux liking miscreants? Are you ready for another LinuxGameCast weekly? Because we're going to put one all over your face, chest, and neck, whether or not you are. We got a little treat for you tonight. Somebody's going to be joining us on this show, episode 520.
Woo, 520!
520.
10 years.
Hug it. Is it like, canonically, is 520 just the mathematical breakdown of like...
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
52 weeks per year,
Yeah.
so 10 years.
Yeah. The math behind that is surprisingly simple.
We got a lot to talk about. Nintendo sticks, external decks, Halo working on Linux allegedly, and Logitech's going to start making their own Steam Deck with hookers and clouds.
Yeah.
Streaming in
Listen, I put it in the notes, but it's like Stadia 2, Samus Returns, right? Like,
Man, you're not even joking. And on top of that, man, we got to worry about OBS Studio 28 and how it broke everything. All of it, Pa. It was all broken.
I mean, software breakage seems to be the theme of the week. What with the with the glib stuff, with Easy Anti-Cheat and this, and yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the shelf stable. Honestly, the shelf stable stuff threw me off the first time I went to Europe, because it's like, why are these boxes of milk just like sitting out here? Do they not go rancid? Like,
extra pasteurized. No, they don't.
yeah,
Until they're opened. Yeah.
Have you ever seen like canned milk, like condensed milk?
yeah,
All right.
That's used for making sweets.
yeah.
I thought it was for like when you wanted to throw something at somebody and it just had a lot of milk in it.
You can use it for that too.
I mean,
Let's
like,
be honest,
things
like-
have multiple applications.
Throwing quarts of milk, it's just not. It's hard to get
No,
accuracy on that.
Yeah, you gotta like condense it into like a more aerodynamic projectile.
Right? I mean, weaponizing milk is kind of tricky.
Listen, we can start our own brand of condensed milk and sell it based on the fact that it is the most aerodynamic condensed milk on the market.
There used to be a dessert that was just literally condensed milk.
Yeah, it's dulce de leche. You just reduce it until
Yeah.
it's caramel. It's fucking delicious, and it will fuck up your
It's
stomach.
just lactose, all of the lactose.
All right, I've got a social media. Do I have video going out?
Dennis! Dennis was the name of the tree in Homestar Runner, right? Oh, there he is.
Quite possibly. Hang on, let me pull. All right, I don't know. We might need to do some wiring in. If Dennis can hear us, maybe he can.
I can hear you.
All right, brilliant.
Good
And we
stuff.
can hear you. Very nice.
You should try not to be surprised when it works the first try.
We've been at this for 10 years. It never works the
10
first time.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the experience to say otherwise.
Okay, hang on. I might need to implement a... Let me see. Because I don't know what the bandwidth policy is on that box. We typically don't use it for Jitsi in the after shows. Let's open up the thing. How's it going, Dennis, man? I like your poster. Matrix?
Tricks
That's
for
classic.
This is my movie room.
Oh, right on.
Right.
The previous owners had movie posters up all around, and they said they weren't taking the movie posters if we wanted them, so they had mostly good movie posters.
All right.
Okay, which
There-
was the
there-
one that you had to take down?
There was an old school one.
Right.
All of them are action movies, and then there's old school.
Oh, like the Will Ferrell movie, old school. I thought you meant like an old school like Drew Struzan movie poster. Like
No.
no, the Will Ferrell movie. You know, I will give him credit. That was a rousing performance of Dust in the Wind. No one saw that movie. Okay.
What are you talking about?
I think I saw it on TV, but
I'm not a Will Ferrell fan, so
I wouldn't call myself one of those either. I remember it was like on the movie channel, like one of those things that just has like recent-ish movies playing all the time.
So is that like a regular, like, theatrical posters back there?
I'm not sure if they're the exact size of theatrical posters. I've never measured them and found out what the size of movie posters are. I did measure them to replace the one poster. My wife likes Pokemon, so we now have Detective Pikachu instead.
that was an alright movie.
I would argue Detective Pikachu is the best video game movie ever made. I mean, it's not a very high bar to like get over, but you know, it is what it is, right?
You might be right there. I did like the most recent Tomb Raider movie too, but I know it didn't do well.
you actually watched it because no one else did. Yeah.
I did watch it when it was available on TV at some point.
Okay.
And I think, unfortunately, they canceled. Now, was the last one kind of like a reset?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
the last one was a reboot, and they just announced that they lost the license, so it's reverted back to whoever has the rights to the license.
Or I guess the Nordic group now. Did Squeenix hold on to Tomb Raider? Because I thought they sold that off with a bunch of other stuff.
Mayhaps? I don't know.
They sold off a bunch of stuff. I don't remember if Tomb Raider was one of them. Hitman got sold off.
Tomb Raider was one of them. I am a fan of the Tomb Raider games, so I took note of that.
Yeah, it was like Legacy of Kain, Tomb Raider, and a couple other IDOS ones that were... Hitman was like way before, though. They like sold that one off like... Yeah.
I don't know, man. I went back... what was it? Last year, I decided to compile Open Tomb and tried to do a stream of that and tried to play the original Tomb Raider with a controller. It was hilarious. That was not designed with a controller in mind.
I played it on the Saturn.
I went over and successfully stopped buying Tomb Raider games, and then the pandemic happened, and Square Enix said, "Here, have Tomb Raider for free." And then PlayStation said, "Here, have the sequel for free." And so then I bought the third one.
You're already 2 games in now.
Might as well, yeah.
Well, it runs great on Proton.
To be fair, the Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the last one, the Feral port, it wasn't the worst port that they did.
No, like they were getting close to like Proton parity near the end, and then they just stopped. But
I mean, then Proton happened, man. Like even when we were waiting on, because that was the first time that they had tangoed directly with Vulcan, and I tried the demo with like one of the earlier incarnations of Proton. And it was almost at 60. I remember we brought that up on the show. I'm like, got a lot of love for Feral and what they did. But yeah, that is not a sustainable business model where Proton is baked into Steam. All right. If you can give me a few words, Dennis, like just read off a blurb or anything you might have handy so I can get your levels set.
I don't know.
I know it's an evil thing I do, but it's gotta get
go Google.
Mojotron Robot Wars is a twin-stick shooter. You play as a cyborg monkey trying to escape robots experimenting on them.
All right,
Is that good?
that should be good. Do you got a fan going or anything like that in the background?
My laptop has a fan going whenever I'm doing any sort of video.
Got it. All right. We can live with it. That's well.
I'm not much of a streamer, so this is what I've been living with as I make videos.
We're a little overkill. Just a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
10 years is a long time to accumulate equipment.
It is. You know, you're like, oh man, Arcelio, let's install an audio over AP system. Yay. All right. Just check the Steam Deck will download the native Linux ports of the 3 Tomb Raiders games. Yeah, that's where things get a bit dodgy, isn't it? With what does it automatically pull?
It depends. Valve is the one who's actually been setting with the verification system. They can say, okay, this game, it downloads Proton, this game, it downloads the native one. And that's why Flibbit was pissed. Because all of the FNA games were set to Proton.
By default, I think most games were set up to go to Proton with like a number of very specific exceptions, but yeah.
Yeah, the only reason that I can think of that the FNA games would have been defaulted to Proton is that if they used the native Linux version, it wouldn't respect the actual screen FPS limit. So if you were setting the FPS to 30 to save battery, it wouldn't respect it, and it would always default to 60. And that was kind of a big no-no, so... Yeah, the VSync and FNA was a bit of a lie until the Turtles came out. That was the one that actually got fixed. Go figure.
All right. We probably should get on it. I'm just making sure I can go back and clean everything up in post, and it won't be a problem. You can give me a few more words, Dennis. I'm just bringing up the compression ratio on your background noise.
So do you guys post this afterwards? You post-process it? I was looking at the dates you released it. It doesn't seem to happen on the Saturday. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, we do live stream it. What we do is we live stream the recording of it, and tomorrow I take everything, I take the multi-track and all that, and we put it together in a video and make the podcast and stuff like that and send it out through the CDNs.
Ah.
And
do you need me to keep talking?
No, I think we're good. It's not too
well
like
at some point. But,
no.
The interview is.
I insist we do the rest of
I'm
this.
done.
Yeah, interpretive dance, man. Come on, let's just rock and roll. Let's do it.
No. The rest of the interview is going to be purely yes or no questions. So you give us the thumbs up or the thumbs down, and we go from there.
Let me make sure I have everything loaded here. We have the Mojotron Kickstarter.
Pray for Mojo.
First thing. That and all right. That should do us on that. Better luck next time, sneeze.
No, that was a cough.
Oh. I don't listen, man. Aneurysm can work either way. All right.
If it were a sneeze, there'd be like 8 or 9 more following that.
We're going to get underway. If anybody needs to hop up, get a drink, do anything like that, and we'll try to get you in and out in like, 10 minutes? We don't want to take up your entire Saturday night. 10:15. We don't really have a time. If we want to go 3 hours, I'm down with that too.
Yeah, I guess the conversation will go however it goes. Yeah.
Not a fan of artificial time limits, but I don't want you to feel that.
Yeah.
Like, so
I went over and saw a video, a interview of John Carmack. I started watching it, and then I'm there. This is 5 hours. 5
hours. You know what? I'm only Lex interviewed him, and I'm about hour 3. I'm in the early Wolfenstein days. Yeah, that's about where I'm at.
I listened to the whole thing. I couldn't tell you much about it because it was on in the background while I was doing other things.
Oh, Carmack is going on about GDB, and I'm like, yes. Debuggers, use them. You can't roll that stuff through in your head.
Yeah.
Some people would disagree, Jordan Spong.
I'm not a fan of debuggers.
Hot takes.
Let me grab a drink, and we'll get into that and more in just a moment. By the way, we are live right now on twitch.tv/LinuxGameCast.
Hello, and goodbye as we run to the bathroom.
I'll be here. Actually, that was not one of the questions that we wrote down. Huh. We might have to. Was that based off of any one particular debugger that left a sour taste in your mouth, or?
No. It's one of those things of, I'm generally of the opinion of debugger makes it easy to find the easy problems.
Right.
Those are not the ones I generally have.
Right.
You know, I have the problem of the memory's already screwed up. The debugger doesn't help me because everything's gone crazy before that. So, or I have concurrency issues. And then I have not found a debugger that is useful for that.
Honestly, I can't think of one either. Admittedly, my experience is limited because I'm usually dealing with the finished product too. So it's like, okay, what can I go and tell the developers, like, things broken, fix please? Don't worry, Linux Neuro, we'll remember. Yeah, no, 10 years. It was
It's a little surreal.
kind of insane.
It is. Yeah. It doesn't feel like it's been 10 years. That's yeah. But like you can see us like physically transform as you scroll through the YouTube archives on the thumbnail. It's a bit of a trip. It's like one of those, like, this person took a picture of themselves every day for the past 10 years and like here's the slideshow. And you just like see them crumble into dust in real time.
The first couple of videos that Ven did were in 2011, but Linux Gamecast Weekly was in 2012. I joined in 2013, episode 23, something like that.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be a one-time guest, and then he's like, hey, you want to come on again? I'm like, all right.
Ven's like, oh, you have Killing Floor. Okay, let's go play Killing Floor. Oh, by the way, you're on the show this weekend. Am I now? Okay.
Yeah, I think we first got introduced over a game of Wolfenstein.
Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Yep.
Yeah, the multiplayer. Yeah.
Now,
I called you Pablo, and I was embarrassed about it. And now, now my best friend is
technically,
and now my best friend is Pablo Magumbo over here. So yeah.
all right. Oh, hang on. Let me check that real quick. Expander. Let's pull that out. Give me just a few words.
All right. What do you want me to say?
Got it. All right. I threw on. I wanted to make sure, just to get rid of your
Oh, I should have gone with a limerick.
I can't take it back.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
We got that. I had to make sure I went ahead and put some active real-time noise cancellation, so we don't hear the laptop fan playing around in the background. But I had to go ahead and readjust that for plug and delay compensation, so it wasn't affecting the overall. So it worked with the other latency at the end of the chain.
Yep.
Audio
stuff.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Let me get back behind my curtain. Yeah. How do you want to start this off? Jordan, you want to open it up?
Yeah, sure.
Let's bounce that back. 4's armed. That's good. And course I didn't map that button to the Steam Deck. Never mind, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Good, we're good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, audio's hot. Video's hot. Let's do it. Okay, Jordan, I'm going to give you a single and you can roll in.
All right.
In 3, 2.
Welcome back to the Chairquisition. Well, I don't think this is a Chairquisition. This is just more of a regular Inquisition. We're joined tonight by the inimitable Dennis Payne of Mojotron, as an open source game developer. Has some interesting projects under his belt, mostly involving taking old games, old abandonware open source games, and updating them to work. So Dennis, hello, hi,
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Dennis.
So I just wanted to say I told the other guys this earlier, but I had to stop watching Neil Gaiman's Sandman to listen to your talks, and I gotta say, I am thoroughly unimpressed. There's no Gwendolyn Christie. At no point does a man get stuck into a glass ball by Charles Dance. You gotta really improve the production values on these talks, man. But why don't you tell us a bit about yourself and your background vis-a-vis open source games?
I got into programming as a kid because of the fact that I saw games on the Atari 2600 and said I wanted to do that. And so I've been...
What was that first game?
I don't remember what the game was, but just the idea of the various games that you could make on the Atari was enough that I wanted to do game development.
Oh man, I hope it wasn't E.T.
We did have E.T., but no, E.T. is not a good game. Yeah.
Alan Moore said that reading bad books is a good thing to do as an author because that's the thing that inspires you to go make good books. So maybe E.T. was like, this game is terrible. I can do better than that.
I did buy a PlayStation game that way. I saw it for dirt cheap at KB Toys, and I looked at reviews, and it said it was really awful, and I'm just there. I've got to see what's so bad about it.
But don't leave us hanging. What was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a 3D fighter game, and the controls just did not. They were not responsive.
Oh man, please say it was Soul Calibur because that'd make people so angry.
Clay Fighters or something. Yeah, what was the weird balls, Extreme Balls 3D or something?
Oh right, remember that? Yeah, I think that was on the Mega Drive, wasn't it? Like the Vector Fighter, but it wasn't real vectors because of technology at the time. Yeah. So we're here. Go ahead.
I don't remember the name of the game, unfortunately. I would have to look it up.
Well, there's something to that, like going against the grain, watching things. I immediately go to movies because I had the same. Everyone told me how horrible Cloud Atlas was until the point where I sit down and watched it, and it was I still think one of the best movies I've seen in at least the top 20. But it's always good to find hidden gems like that, even if it's video games, unless it's Atari's E.T.
Yep. Or Custer's Revenge or something awful like that. So I'm curious, what was the first game related thing that you made? Did you get into level editors, or did you try making games from scratch, or what?
I was trying to make games from scratch on the Commodore VIC-20. Needless to say, they were not very complicated games, and they were all done in BASIC. I wasn't using an assembler at that point, so...
Did the VIC support sprites, or...?
Not, well, you could do it with the assembly code, but you could not do it with the BASIC, no.
Was that a big hit back in the time? I mean, because that's predating me, and, but...
I don't think it was a huge hit. I think it was more one of those things of it was cheap. So it sold a fair amount simply because of that.
Availability.
Yeah. That's pretty wild. All right. These guys got a bunch of questions. Before we even get into that, I want to talk about why we're here. And that's because of wholesome, family-oriented cybernetic monkey that likes bananas.
Bananas.
Also known as Mojotron. Not Mojo Jojo. This is a different Mojo. It's got more Tron
Not the
in
one
it.
from The Simpsons either, who is morbidly obese.
Fair enough. Dennis, you got a Kickstarter, man. And what's this about? Do we get like a little pitch for it?
The concept is that the humans have been wiped out, and machines have taken over the Earth, and they are still experimenting on monkeys, and added cybernetics to this monkey, and he's now using the cybernetics to fight back and break free of the machines.
All right.
What's the
It
origin
is.
of the game itself? Like, what was the original mint date on this thing?
Well, the original creator of it was trying to create a game in the style of Robotron 2084 or Lamatron, really closer to Lamatron, where it goes with that wacky style of it. So he had things like AOL discs that you fought. There was a level that had babies, like giant babies.
Just babies.
And the title for the level said, "Don't worry, they're just robots."
Oh no.
And they die in these like little explosions of blood, and I'm just there. That's just not good.
So this is where Resident Evil 8 got its inspiration from, I see.
Oh.
But in playing it, I decided that I really liked the gameplay of it. I wanted a more of a Robotron type feel where it's more of a serious game than the wacky, crazy stuff that was in the original Mojotron. But I felt that the code base was a good start.
Yeah, so speaking about the code base, I've ever since I saw your blurb, I've been wanting to ask you, because like going back and looking at my own code from 6 months ago, it's like a completely different person wrote this. What's it like going into like other people's abandoned projects and like figuring out their fucked up ways of organizing their thoughts? And in some cases, like you're saying, like you in one of your talks you mentioned that like you had to work with Nim, which was a language you only discovered and when you started like trying to implement your achievement thing in the game. So what's that process like, or like what drives you to do that? Because it seems like crazy person work.
Well, the first thing that started it was I had an idea for a Cub Scout project for my kids. Basically, we had some leftover computers and a monitor, and I thought, my father is a woodworker. So I said, can we do a arcade cabinet? So we put together an arcade cabinet, and they did that for their Build It badge. And so once we had the arcade cabinet set up, we needed games for it. And so I came up with specific requirements for it because I wanted it to follow the copyrights, because obviously it'd be easy to just put on an emulator and put a bunch of cool games on. But since it was with the Cub Scouts, I wanted to follow the copyrights and only put games we could legally put on. So I was looking specifically for open source games that had 2 players simultaneous.
Yep.
That requirement is really hard.
Well,
Yeah,
just
mostly
to
single
find or
yeah, I'm like running
Just
back
to-
right now, right?
Just
Yeah.
to find open source games with 2 players simultaneous. I suppose the other thing is they had to use a joystick and up to 8 buttons.
Yeah,
And so-
I imagine now that I think about it, yeah, open source game devs are notorious for not having any friends, so single player only seems like the likely.
So I just started taking older games and hacking them to add in like a second player in a lot of cases.
That'd be kind of interesting to do with like solitaire.
where you can undo the other person's moves.
Actively mess with the person actually trying to solve it. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Or, yeah. Or
I don't know.
you decide what cards they get dealt. Yeah.
I've played Zenduko, and I liked the idea of a competitive Sudoku, but I found that the implementation just wasn't that much fun to me.
Yeah, it
it's
seems
also
like
Sudoku, so yeah, no.
it's too much linear algebra.
All right. Speaking of the achievements and working around code bases to introduce achievements, do you still plan on keeping the Gamerzilla development?
Uh,
I do plan on continuing to do that.
why don't you explain what Gamerzilla is for the folks who haven't watched the talks yet?
So Gamerzilla is my open source game achievement system. My premise is that I feel that open source games are losing out to commercial games partially because of the achievement systems that people have. People like that ability to say, I got this achievement, and to be able to show their friends which ones they got. And so Gamerzilla is an attempt of mine to create an achievement system that is distributed so you don't have one central provider of the achievements system. And so that way we can use it for open source games.
That's very good. The one thing I did try to download it from your website, and it gave me a 404. So
it did. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I will have to look into that.
What were you trying to download? Just the Tortoise you said?
Yeah. I just clicked on it. It's like 404. Okay.
How's the progress? How's the progress on that been, by the way? Because going through your talks, you were the longer one. You had the 20-minute. You're saying that you're trying to work with guys like GameHub and a couple other open source projects. Has that moved forward at all, or is it still sort of in limbo?
For GameHub, it was one of those things. If I coded it up and the developer wanted to make it more generic, so that he could tie in the way they get Steam achievements, to make that generic so that it could either be this achievement system or Steam, and so it's basically been waiting for him to have time to do that, or for me to have time to do that. So it's unfortunately been stuck there.
I guess Mojotron has taken the priority now.
Right.
There's lots of projects that take my priority.
Got several fingers in pots.
I do have that question, though. I mean, what's the viability of getting something like this integrated into Lutris, Strider? Because you're watching.
Yeah, in the audience now.
Lutris, Heroic, all the other ones.
I did approach Lutris at one point, and they didn't seem that interested in it. But
Matthew.
Calling you, man.
Wait, you want to get on the call now, Matthew? You got some stuff to say? Surprise! Yeah, this interview took a turn. Now it's a free for all.
Maybe we can get some movement on that for you. Possibly.
So I want to talk to you about open source games in general, because that's kind of that seems to be a passion of yours. You're working on achievements systems for them. You're working on restoring old open source games. One thing that definitely is sort of like a common theme across open source games, and I'm curious what your thoughts on. Is there a way to finally divorce open source games from programmer art? Is there do you think there's an exit to make attractive, visually compelling open source games? Or do you think it's just all game dev?
How dare you speak ill of Kill X Bill?
I'm sorry, Kill X Suma Thurman, please don't stab me.
There are some games that look pretty good in my opinion. Super Tux Card I think looks pretty good.
That's improved a lot, yes.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There are other ones I believe Zero AD has a pretty nice feel to it. I personally have not played that one, but
you know what I got to say about Zero AD? I probably haven't played it in 9 years now, but still one of the better looking open source games.
I would say Valoran is now up there as well, even though it's like voxels. Like
it's very voxely, but the lighting effects are very, very nice.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think
Valoran is another one that I think looks really nice. But you are right. In general, we have a lot of programmer art. Really, I think the key is we need to get more artists involved. And we just haven't done a good job of attracting them.
What about like services like Open Game Art?
Open Game Art, I love. I use it all the time. The problem is that it's very hard to get enough content in the same style.
Yeah.
So it looks like your modern average Unity game.
Yeah.
Now, I have an idea for a game that just plays right into that. I wanted to make I started working on it. It's the opengameart.org movie video game.
All right.
Movie film for theaters.
Kind of like the way the Lego movie just kind of mashed all the Lego themes together. This would be the same sort of thing in that all video games are kind of like a slice of what's happening in this video game universe. And so any section that you look at is consistent, but not the whole world.
So would that be playing with like 2D, 3D, or just stylistic?
I was planning on doing it like a role-playing game, so like Final Fantasy or the early Final Fantasies type of thing.
Okay, so
actually mixing everything together, and I can see that.
There was going to be a level that's a roguelike that's all letters.
Ah, nice.
And that, kids, is how we get to Frog Fractions 3.
So yeah. I guess my other question for you is, so like clearly commercial games technology is moving forward at like light speed pace. Unity is kind of going and off and doing its Unity thing, whatever the hell that is. You have up and coming open source engines like Godot, stuff like Unreal Engine 5 is now like fully source available. You can like check out the Git repo. They provide fully Linux boundaries. Where do you see these trends sort of going in open source gaming? In sort of like how games are being created, what sorts of games are being created, what are some opportunities or pitfalls do you see sort of on the horizon? Being someone in
earlier today was Fedora Nest, an online conference for Fedora contributors.
Fedora Solidarity, yes.
I happened to do a presentation for game development for Fedora. And so my beginning of my talk was explaining, what libraries you could use to build your game engine and everything. And then the next slide, I said, don't do that. Just download Godot. Start there if that's what you want to do, is to make a game. Don't spend the time making an engine.
That's very good advice.
That sounds oddly familiar from last week, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Now, I will say, I have said this for a while now since I started playing around with Godot, and I have also created my own engine for a game since then. So clearly I haven't learned.
I understand the temptation is there. That's something I brought up last week when, non-ironically, we were talking about Kickstarters and some Kickstarters that have just immediately burned through a lot of cash because step one was like, let's create our own engine. Like, no.
Reinvent the wheel. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you were. I actually watched or listened to your show about that, and you were talking about the game that just released their source code. I did look at the source code. They said that the prototype was the one that had the most content. That was the one they did not have the source code for.
Oh,
lovely.
So yeah, that annoyed me.
Womp womp.
Speaking of releasing games, with all the work that you're putting into those old games and like Mojotron, would you consider putting those games, making them commercially available If assuming the you yourself are interested and that the original developers agreed.
I have started going over and putting up some games that I've worked on itch.io.
Very
So
good.
I've put up Anagrammarama, and I put up Alchemy Quest.
Very good.
Are you going to try to get any of the open source games on the Microsoft Store?
No.
Or on Steam, for that matter.
You don't even have to try in the Microsoft Store. Put it up there. Say it's yours. Right next to my copy of OBS that I invented.
Steam is I like Steam, but I hate Steam. So I think it is a great tool for being able to play games. You have Steam, you click the game, you can start it up and play. But at the same time, it has that digital rights management built into it that I really don't care for. There was a time where I hadn't started it up for a little bit, and I started it up without a network connection, and it told me I couldn't play the game.
Okay, what I do want to bring up, not to defend Steam, but what I found a surprising, strange use, if you had told me this 10 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, you're crazy, get out of here, is with open source software, Steam is how I keep an up-to-date, no-fuss version of Blender around.
I agree. It's a great tool, and I as I said, I dislike it, but I do like it. So the only thing that's stopped me to some degree from putting things on Steam is that I've been concerned about whether I have the rights to do that.
Right.
Whether
Yeah.
in particular, whether whether I need to use their SDK or not. Because
is Steamworks a hard requirement?
No.
From what I understand, it's not. So I think I should be able to do it without that. You just can't have achievements and stuff. But
yeah, you can't have achievements. You can't use.
But
Steam
hey,
input.
you have your own achievement system, so that's
yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
So what has it been like? Because the thing I was reading through the email that you initially sent us, and I saw ClanLib, and I'm like, man, there's a name I haven't heard in wow, the 90s, probably. And what's it like moving something from ClanLib to something usable that's going to be around a while, like SDL2?
Okay, so ClanLib. Fedora includes ClanLib 0.6, which is what Mojotron used. It includes ClanLib 1, and it includes ClanLib 2. As far as I know, there are no games that are using ClanLib 0.6 or 1 on Fedora. There are 2 games that used ClanLib 2, and that was Open Alchemist and Super Methane Brothers. There is
yes.
ClanLib 3 and ClanLib 4. To my knowledge, no distribution has ever included them.
Yeah,
and I couldn't find games using them.
I just did an app search on the Debian box in front of me right now. Yeah, it's ClanLib 1.0 V5.
So what's it like moving from that old janky library to something new and current
and shiny like SDL2? Yeah.
Well, for the Mojotron, I had the advantage of modifying Open Alchemist first. So that was using ClanLib 2. And so I created some wrapper classes and some things I rewrote, but I had a lot of wrappers so that it just pretended like it was ClanLib, but was actually using SDL.
Okay, sort of like a SDL2 CL type thing, where it's like an interceptor library, right?
Yep. And so when I got to Mojotron, The ClanLib 0.6, it's not API compatible, but the basic design is the same. So I was able to reuse a lot of that code to bring it up and run it again.
Okay.
Now, I do have some questions. Something I think we were talking about this last week is Linux sucks at backwards compatibility. It does. I mean, it's getting better.
API breakage, glibc. Thank you.
Yeah, you gotta ship entire library sets sometimes. Yeah.
I got a shelf of Loki titles that look good in a box.
So for making Anagrammarama available on itch.io, I wanted it to be able to run on as many distributions as possible. So I started testing it out on some of them. To build it, it's using Gamerzilla. So I went back to the earliest version of Fedora that had Gamerzilla, and I built it on that. And I packaged all the libraries except for like glibc with it, and set up the paths or whatever so that it loads those libraries instead of the system libraries, so that you run this shell script that'll allow it to run on any system theoretically.
Have you looked at stuff like Flatpak or AppImage for that? Or
I then went over and ran it on a Debian machine, and it did not run. The Fedora glibc on the earliest version of Fedora that had libgamerzilla, it's later than the version of glibc on Debian, so it doesn't currently run.
Now, something, Jordan, you bring up like our brave new world that we've kind of entered into is everyone is just targeting Windows API, Win32.
Yes. Wine.
Yeah, Wine does a better job running old stuff than Windows does. I mean,
yeah,
especially on Windows. So,
well, I happen to have a Nuclear Throne from itch.io, and I cannot run the Linux version. So I run it under Wine.
Do you see that sort of as like the long-term direction of how Linux gaming is going to go? Is it just like because Wine handles all that level of compatibility? Does it just make more sense to just say, hey, just ship a Windows binary and it will run in Wine? Or
for commercial games? Yeah, I think that's probably the way it's going to go. Unfortunately, or well, I suppose there's some caveat to that. Flatpak. That theoretically can make that problem go away. I have not had a chance to play with it myself, but I see that as a potential solution for commercial games.
That was one of the things that I wanted to ask was even the non-open source Linux games, the commercially available Linux native games that you had that don't work anymore. Do you have any interest in trying to get those up to date if you could get in touch with the developers and they let you have that?
Not really. I happen to like open source development. I worked on the commercial game Devil's Whiskey. Did you find that in your research on me?
Nope.
Okay. So I have worked on a commercial release. I still happen to have a copy of the source code to the game, but I can't go over and make an update to it. And so I like the ability to give out the source code and allow other people to make updates.
That's good. Lets the project survive you, which is always important. Well, I guess if that's everything, Dennis, want to thank you again.
Well,
for,
we gotta do some more plugging, baby. We're not even getting warmed up because I need to talk about
and
these
we
Kickstarter levels.
I was going to segue to that. But
Listen,
There's one question that we need to ask, and Linux Nerd
Oh,
was
yes.
kind enough to remind us
What?
earlier, which is what is the ideal or the perfect grilled cheese sandwich in your opinion? Well,
is this some type
what
of
is
like
your
weird sexual fetish with you, Pedro?
You started it, and Captain Mayo Pants, Iculus, Ryan C. Gordon.
he really doesn't like it when you bring up the mayo. So,
Brian, we'll do the cooking show one day.
I tend to go with a rather plain grilled cheese, but I like to have sliced tomatoes in it.
Sliced
Okay.
tomatoes. Okay, you're the second person to put sliced tomatoes. Okay, all right.
I
will
segue.
All
Here's something I want to talk about. Check that out. Kickstarter.com. What do they search for? Just Mojotron? Is that going to pull it directly up?
Yeah, I suspect so. I haven't tried myself, but I assume there's only
Mojotron.
one Mojotron.
See, we have that
Robot
in
Wars.
common. We're horrible at self-promotion. Yes.
Yes.
Maybe with our powers combined, we can get this backed, though.
Yeah.
Robot Wars, 2 backers. You got a very reasonable pledge, guys. $500.
Very conservative. He's
Yes.
not going to make a new engine from scratch.
This is hey, I want to get this done. Let's get it financed. 29 days to go. We got to take a look at the rewards, though. Let's see. Let's see what we can get out of this. $1.
Are you
insert
offering
some
to have
quarters.
someone to have dinner with you? Because that seems to be like
I'll let
I-
you take me out on a very expensive date, but you got to pay.
I did debate an offer for someone to come and play on the arcade machine I have, because Mojotron does run on that.
all right.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
did not put that in there.
$5 or more, buy the game, digital copy of game for Windows and or the Linux's $100. Here we go. Now we're getting good.
Get to
Name
name
a
the
robot.
robots.
Name a robot. Wouldn't you love to have a Swangobot 9000?
Oh, it'd just be straight up Turbo Cocksmasher 9000, right?
Okay.
The classic.
Not only do you get that, you get a digital copy of the game for Windows and Linux. Plus, you get to name the robot. And let's look at this. Reasonable delivery time, October of the 2020.
It's a great time to be releasing a game like Mojotron too, because this is like the height of the popularity of Vampire Survivors, and that is very much along those lines. So very good timing.
I don't know. Listen, we can name the AOL CD after Jordan.
JOL, Jordan Online. You know, at least it's not JOI. All right. Well, like I was saying before I dig myself an even deeper grave. Thank you, Dennis, for coming on our 10-year anniversary podcast and talking to us about open source game dev. It's been a long, crazy ride, and thank you for grabbing the bumper on the way past the finish line. Got anything else you want to plug before you leave?
I will also say that there are T-shirts with the 2 different cyborg monkeys on the Mojotron website, but I'm kind of scared of doing physical rewards in the Kickstarter, so I just kind of, if you want those, just go to the website and order them directly.
I think
All right, well-
that's very good. Yes, considering some
All
of the
right.
other Kickstarters.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes
All right.
sense. It's all there. We'll make sure all the links and stuff are in the description, so don't worry about that. It'll be in the show notes, LinuxGameCast.com, with all of the links. This is so cool, man. I'm glad somebody's out there. Hopefully, there's lots and lots of Dennis's out there. Like, man, we need to preserve this stuff.
Hopefully there's some new ones now. Because, like, hey, here's an example of someone who's done it. It seems like a daunting challenge, but you're doing it in your spare time to keep your kids occupied, right? Like,
I actually have, I did get contacted by someone who was trying to restore a game that was written in Lisp, I think.
I
And it
knew
was-
it. I
Okay.
knew it.
Ooh.
I can't say that's a language I really enjoy, so.
I gotta ask. Ever since starting this project, how many programming languages have you added under your belt? I'm curious.
Well, all the initial ones I did were C or C++, and then for Gamerzilla, I immediately started with Python because I somehow thought that would be the easiest solution.
All right.
Okay.
Several people make that mistake.
Then I moved on to, I don't know whether Nim was next. Then I did Vala for the Game Hub. There was Lua in there for Marvelous Inc.
Lua can die in every single fire ever created.
I don't mind Lua.
I am not a software developer, and I have to tango with Lua for this DAW, because that's the scripting language for it, and I loathe it with a passion.
I also did some Java, although I knew Java beforehand, so that wasn't completely new. But I haven't done it in a long time, so.
I wonder if that's where people's like Java development like ends, because like I remember that class in university.
Oh yeah, high school or
For you kids, yeah.
Yeah, or
University for me, object-oriented programming. Yeah.
Back in my day, we had
did,
client-side
C++
Java on the web.
Man, what dark times those were. Well, Inquisition done. Dennis, thank you again for showing up. And stay tuned for the hate mail.
Thanks for having me.
Yay. I think did we miss anything, Dennis?
I don't think so.
Did
Yeah,
we
no, if
ask
there's
you about
anything
any
glaring, now's the time to do it.
yeah. and any strange growths you want to show us?
No, I forgot to ask you what's your TikTok?
I do not have a
just
TikTok.
Be incredibly. None of us would have a TikTok. That's
That's
I
what
don't have a Facebook either.
Oh, you know what? We have a business Facebook account because we're supposed to, but I don't have a personal one.
I have a Facebook account that I've since forgotten the password to, and so it's effectively not existent anymore.
I shut my
wife-
Facebook account years ago.
My wife has one, and she's friends with all my college friends.
Oh, hot gossip. Okay.
Do you know what Dennis is doing today?
Yeah.
He's talking to those people on the internet.
He's playing with his internet friends.
I'm worried that he's getting involved in NFTs with all these robot monkeys.
Ooh.
I tried very
I
hard.
forgot about that.
I tried very, very hard not to grill you on that because I don't know you and I don't know what your stance on them was. So
That would be great. A $500 Kickstarter thing not to make a NFT.
yeah,
This is not an NFT.
yeah, it's the stretch goal.
was-
If
I was happy that with the collapse of the crypto market, that Square has gone over and said that, yeah, we're not going to go into the NFTs now. So that I saw as a win.
Isn't it kind of like saddening though to see all these institutions going, so that's where the dumb line is. All right.
Yep.
Not going to fall for that one. Okay. Let's take it back a degree.
Well, I mean, Diablo Immortal has shown that there's a lot of dumb ones out there.
Did you see? Okay.
yeah,
hang on.
the guy
You
who
know
spent
the
like
guy-
100 grand.
100 grand, but he can't find anyone to play with now because he's obviously, yeah. Oh,
Well, wasn't it Jim Stephanie Sterling that said, technically, does that mean he won? He
Yeah.
paid so much that he's effectively won the game.
He paid to win. Yeah.
I mean, if it works, man, I mean, that's how you identify with the kids. Just go tell them that you beat Fortnite.
I mean, there used to be a single player campaign, but that one
here's a real
seems to have
question.
forgotten.
Just like for after show stuff, you got kids. What are they getting brought up with, like operating system wise, computer system wise, or even PC wise? Are they living that tablet lifestyle, or
They both have PCs, and every single PC they've ever had runs Linux.
Good.
Did you see? None of us have kids, and I always thought, like, okay, so how do I get them into like, do I restrict their internet but only lock it down with like web encryption?
We restricted them to using. There's like Google has a like safe
Yeah,
kids
the
search.
parents mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But-
that rats on all the kid searches to the parents.
But it ended up that they just go around it, so there's no point in trying to stop them. The only thing is that the computers are not up in their room. They are in a public room that anyone can walk into.
And I know that sounds horrifying, children, but that's how we grew up because we had a family computer back in my day. It wasn't.
It was the computer of the house.
and you could play it when mom wasn't using it for work, which was most of the time.
And hope nobody called because your 1 megabyte file was almost downloaded.
Oh no! You're playing Diablo 1, and then someone calls when you're just about to kill someone. You're just like, God damn it! There goes my instance.
Oh man, that is brilliant. Where can we find you did the Fedora thing today, right?
The Nest at Fedora. I think they're posting those videos soon, right?
Okay.
They have them available for people who went to it right now.
Okay.
They committed to getting the videos online by the end of the year.
Okay.
All right.
So
this one will be up tomorrow after. Also on Library or Odyssey, we have one of those as well. So if people want to just download it from everything downloaded directly from us.
And we know you're not on Facebook and you're not on TikTok. Are you on any of the other social medias?
I'm on Mastodon.
We have a Mastodon.
We also have a Mastodon instance, yes.
Thanks to the person responsible for porting Skullgirls to Linux. Yeah.
Yes. Civic.
He's like, you guys need a Mastodon.
The volunteer.
Here's your Mastodon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I use it. Yeah, man, that was fun. Thanks for sharing that. Hopefully, you get that $500.
Yeah.
Before the end of the week.
Yes.
Hopefully you don't have to name any robots anything too saucy.
Or, do.
Oh, see, that's the problem. My brain's like, well, let's find out what the restrictions are going to be.
It does say that I reserve the right to refuse and work with you to come up with a name that is acceptable to people, to me and everyone.
All right.
See, then my brain immediately goes, all right, let's see what we can get away with. Indebueno, let's pull that drive up.
Yeah. What reads as something inert, but when you say it out loud, it's horrible.
Right. Okay, what does that actually say when you see it through a fish tank behind a mirror?
Yeah. Red rum.
That was brilliant, and thanks for taking the time, Dennis, and best of luck with everything.
Yeah.
Don't be a stranger. If you ever want to come back on with an update, we get this thing closed out, do a victory lap. We get to see that sweet Matrix poster again. That'd be awesome.
Sure, I'd be willing to do that.
All right.
All right.
Sounds optimistic. I like that.
Yeah. Let us know if you got any new developments. We'd love to have you on again.
Okay.
All right. We're going to go to a regular, ordinary, boring show for everybody else now. But
Yeah.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Toodles.
Boop.
All right.
Okay.
That went a little too well. Something's gonna catch fire.
You don't have to edit it, baby.
Okay. Fair enough.
Hang on. No, I mean, you did a great job. The problem is I kept on wanting to call him David for some reason,
Oh no.
which my brain's like, no, it's Dennis. I'm like, yeah, that's right, David. I'm like, no, Dennis. And
Oh, I had his name front and center on the screen because I was not gonna fucking remember what it was.
see, I kept on feeling like, no. I know his name. I've read the name, and I kept having to scroll back down to that part in the show notes.
Yep.
Dennis. And I'm horrible with names of.
Me too.
Yeah. Right. Okay. We got a regular pre-show, so we got about 10 minutes to de-wind. Strider, go find the game thing. Find his ticket. You know how to use search. Let's get that integrated in Lutris.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing until okay, open game achievements. That's a bonus soda.
Yeah. Distributed. The talk was interesting because it works with it's done on was it Hubzilla or whatever, but but it can federate to Mastodon and stuff. So it's it uses the distributed network architecture, which is pretty neat, and it has a local mode and a publish mode as well, which is pretty cool.
Okay. I've searched on GitHub and didn't find. I think maybe he sent you an email back in the day or something.
Maybe.
Mayhaps.
Maybe. Well. Yeah.
All right. That was good. Nice and smooth. We have enough Jitsi server right now for about 20 people.
Okay.
I beefed it up just in case, because I don't think we've had 3 people on this instance.
Mm.
And I didn't know what the load was going to be. So,
Fair enough.
and if I leave it running on such a big, ginormous instance, it might cost me $1 after like 3 days. I mean, come on, man. This stuff's so cheap these days. I love it.
Well, we got an announcement on the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie poster.
Yeah. Did you watch the thing they posted a little
No.
bit? Yeah, on the YouTubes.
Okay.
Not as good as the last one.
Movie film for theaters.
It's kind of hard to beat with the chainsaw and yeah. That doesn't need to be recording. All right, I'm going to just stay SSH'd into Jet6 so I remember to spool that thing down. All right. Good night, everyone. No.
Goodbye, children.
There you go. That's 10 years for you. Peace.
Oh man, that'd been a good bit to accidentally switch to like Windows desktop. Everything running on it.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes.
Right. Like I have an error. Hang on, what's this?
Blue
Been
screen.
running. Yep. Been powered by Windows XP this entire time.
Yep. Yeah, all this shit is just running in like VirtualBox on Windows XP.
Mm-hmm. It's running Linux. What? You could definitely like some early versions of VMware because I thought it was a curiosity. I had a Windows XP CD, and I did that because you could get It was bad. It was slow. It was sluggish.
The seamless mode.
It didn't. Seamless didn't exist in the 90s.
I don't know how far back we were talking. So
97, 96.
okay, so it was like 7 or 8 at the time. Cool.
How fortunate is it that your parents are bringing you up on a Linux box, man? Like,
Yep.
how pissed off at you are you that you can't play Fork Knife with your friends?
It depends. Are you one of those kids at school that hated everyone else? You probably are looking for the excuse. Oh, I can. My operating system, it doesn't let me.
It's kind of surprising that your antisocial behavior even extends to playing online. Like, that's hard mode.
Well, I think it extends to playing with randos. People I know is fine, but like I will not jump into a game with some random
That's the
people.
thing. I'd rather play with randos than with people I know.
Hard mode. Next level.
All right.
It's got like the antisocial game genie plugged in, man.
I'm that asshole that plays MMO solo.
See, that's how long I'll play an MMO, because every MMO gets real nice and cheeky and it gives you that one thing that you need to progress where you have to do it with another person. You're like, I'm out.
I don't mind. I'll do the LFG name of the quest. I'll usually get an invite like immediately because there's always someone desperate to find someone else too. Like, ding, there we go. Let's go.
I mean, if really the trick is if you want to have an easy time grouping up in MMOs, play a healer. No one plays healers, and people will like fucking step over other people to get you to join their group.
Yeah. I don't mind playing with randos, man. Like, I mean, it depends on the game, too. Like, racing games, 100%. Like, I'll just jump in, play around. Unless it's, like, team-based. I think that's where you don't really want to play with randos, is, like, squad or team-based.
Yeah, if there's an element of co-op, yeah.
Mainly
which is
because...
which is most of, like, the online games I prefer, so...
Yeah, there's a lot of that. And, like, think about, like, when... we do like a quick test without audio hooked up. Like this is weird. How do we communicate? Then you go back to the traditional. I'm just going to jump around a lot to try to signal communication.
Yeah, that was the dungeon crawling game. Was like,
that's any game, man. You're like the universal Morse code of
jump in this direction. Let's go in this direction.
Right. Redo a healer?
I don't know what he's talking about because there's like many healer classes in many MMOs. I was just speaking in general.
I didn't mind playing the little I've played of Team Fortress 2, the modern version of it. I didn't mind having a healing gun. I'm like, yeah, that works. Go around and shoot people with heals.
Yeah, if you want to shoot at your own team, play a healer.
And I quit doing it when I realized that I could be like a griefer and like run away from people that were trying to get heals. Like give them a taste and run off.
Get back here, please. I need you, heal daddy.
No, I'm all out of heals.
Get back, magic man.
Damage per second. Sure.
Dips. Oh shit.
What?
There's a 17-inch accordion on the police auction website. Do I want to buy an accordion?
How much?
It's $21.
Oh fuck yeah. $40. Like if your budget's 20, I'll send you 20.
Yeah. I'd have to actually learn how to play that shit though.
This is the one thing I've always been intimidated by and like kind of interested in because, you know, Weird Al, right?
Yeah.
And like the keys, the piano thing I can get, but I've not ever even looked into it. It's like dots. The dots.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Redo of healer. Is that the one where the main character basically discovers that the healer class is completely broken and he can literally do everything with healing spells, but the redo bit is that he gets drugged by one of the other main characters, and then lots of really bad things happen to him.
Okay, this is some anime bullshit that I don't care about. Great.
Yes.
All right.
Because I saw that anime recently, the first season, I think. It's like, I wonder if that's gonna get a season 2.
all right. Let me get something to drink, and I guess we'll jump into the show proper.
Yep.
Yeah.
We only got 2 short segments, so
Yeah. And we got a piece of hate mail.
Yes. And a het mail. Yes.
And a hat mail.
From someone who realized, shit, I don't have enough money to buy a Steam Deck and all the other stuff.
I said that from not with Steam Deck experience, but you know, teenager 20-year-old Vin like learned that lesson more than once, man. You like, you know, if you got money set aside, you can't touch it because shit like that comes up.
Yep.
And it's usually just something exploding. That's a Blu-ray? What is the point of anime on the Blu-ray?
Really high res.
Region locking, I guess, as well. It's easier to like ship physical media.
No, anime, the colors are a lot more vibrant and smoother. It really filters everything out on HD DVD.
Listen, I don't think Crunchyroll wants to host hentai, which this clearly is, because it's uncut and uncensored. So this chick gets railed within like the first 30 seconds, probably.
She's the one who drugs the main character, yes. And then the main character takes revenge on her by, well, it's anime. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, so what you are describing is a hentai. Okay, cool. Moving on.
Effectively, yes.
All right, don't get us kicked off Twitch and let me get something to drink.
Well, we're not showing people clips of this.
Yeah, no, it is very much an anime series. You can think of like all the bad anime tropes when it comes to everything. It's in that show.
So it seems like it's perfect for the atomic acid mirror. Because they are the worst. So
what? I actually very much enjoyed an anime series that I've been watching recently, Made in Abyss. They finally started the second season. I think they're done with the movies and basically retelling the first season as two different movies. And the second season starting now. It has like 5 episodes, I think, out. That's good. That's a good show.
stare into Cage's eyes.
I've been watching so much anime recently. There was one I've been trying to find like all of the isekai, the reincarnate in another world type of animes.
Ah, yes, the wish fulfillment anime. Mm-hmm. This entire genre that has sprung up, and I'm like, this says something about the people who watch anime, that this is what they're like craving.
I've been going through all of them trying to find one that's like good, and it seems that Overlord is still the best.
Okay. Does that guy get hit by a truck? I hope so.
Yes.
Free trucks.
There we go.
Who's getting hit by a truck? Why?
I don't know. Animu person got hit by a truck.
All right. I mean, if it works, man. I mean, hey, don't knock it. Do you get what the truck?
Oh, is that from the Chibi Overlord thingy that I haven't watched?
3S ACM 5 AM 7. All right, yeah, we should be good to go. Let me. I want a torture rock, torture wheel.
Yep. Decompression.
Oh. And I just don't know how to approach anybody locally to build that. Like, it's not even a sex thing, but I need
If
a
I
torture
Google
wheel.
torture or rack Toronto, what happens? Oh, I get like overclock websites. Ah, yes, the torture rack. We're gonna stress test this computer. Yeah.
Spy X Family.
Oh.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Some wrestling. Should they legalize the Lex Luger torture rack? The one where you like have them on your shoulders and you like try to fold them around the back of your head. Yeah. Prop auction, large guillotine torture rack.
I don't need a prop. I need a working.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking. Apparently, it's a bunch of props from the Sabrina the Teenage Witch series.
Oh,
like,
man.
do they have the torture rack?
This is like the conversation is like, no. And they're like, so what is this really for? So I can play on it?
Listen, North Ranger, I have butthole glitter in my non-incognito search history. It's fine.
Right.
Like that ship has sailed.
All right, everyone. Let us do a show.
Let us cabbage. Let us leaf.
Make like a banana and scream.
Make like a banana and go fuck yourself.
Linux Gamecast brand bananas. You never know what you're going to get in a bunch.
Yeah.
Huh?
Comes with a free sample of LGC lube. For reasons. Or raisins.
All right. Recording. Come on. Recording. Good. All right. Let's do it. I hear that thunder, but I don't hear the chunder, so I'm not worried yet.
Are you from the landowner?
Hey everyone, welcome back to Linux Gamecast Weekly. The show covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. I'm Vin, the man next to me. That's Jordan. The man next to him is Pedro Mateus, and that's you watching us live on Twitch, helping us for him. You know him, you love him. Cocaine Voltron, 2 canes, nothing to do with the powder-like substance that you might find inside of a DeLorean in the 80s. No, sir.
Or the bottom of bottom of a bag of Fruit Loops.
What?
2 canes same? No.
2 canes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 520, and if you believe that wacky maths, that's 10 years?
Yeah, 520.
Blaze it.
It's like 420, but with a walker.
Yeah.
10 years of an internet show. Yeah, we are basically dinosaurs.
520 because some of us have work. That's the one. That's the one I saw.
Right. 520, blaze it. Just a little bit. Blaze it responsibly.
Yeah. After work is done.
So what's new? What's going on? If you are hanging out in our super secret Discord, you'll know that I decided to buy the biggest, best, most powerful CPU available currently for modern. No, I didn't. This is a, what is it? 5600G. No, this is not interesting in itself. It's not. Look, there's the 1700. How many? That has done 300 episodes of this show. It's not terribly interesting by itself, other than it's cheap, 6-core, 12-thread, and it's got an APU that technically will display something. What was interesting is I had a B350 Tomahawk motherboard, and I wanted to share that experience of doing the PC equivalent of performing a Corvette LS1 engine swap on a Porsche 944. It technically will work, but it's not pretty, and some things just don't work the same because that's a lot to shove in that little Eufy, and it's in black and white now. That's how tight the space was.
Charlie Chaplin BIOS.
It is frighteningly close to what I actually want in a modern Eufy BIOS because they've had to just shrink everything down and simplify everything to get it to fit. Like they had to remove color to save the space, but you can navigate it perfectly fine with a keyboard. You don't even need, I mean, it does have support for your gerbil, but I mean, you can genuinely just go through everything with a keyboard like you could in the old days, like the Omega Megatron BIOS. The downside is some things are grayed out that are kind of important, like fan control that we're looking forward to getting that update, hopefully. And the ability to overclock is just grayed out, which is unfortunate because I want to underclock the CPU. Pedro, something you ran into. I did have to fight with it to get the memory back to 3200. Like that took a couple of like curiosity, like death clicks. I'm like, are you going to do it? No. Okay, let's try the other.
Are you going to come back up after I reboot you?
Yeah, I had to play musical chairs with the RAM sticks on my B350 when I put the 3700X on it back in the day. That was interesting. Yeah. So
it does work. I'll probably just get a modern motherboard for it, but hey, there was no way I was going to test that if I had the motherboard already. So we're using it right now. It's the thing. How about you, Jordan? New, exciting things.
Very, very new, exciting things. I had to work for most of the week, so nothing crazy interesting. I did see the new Thor, and it's all right. Not as good as the last one, but still pretty solid.
Do you think like that Thor hits differently because I think like a lot of people outside like Jeff Goldblum's in this one? Okay, and I'm talking about the previous Thor. I wasn't expecting a comedy. Like what the hell is this? This is interesting.
Yeah. I think my main gripe with Love and Thunder is that maybe it's a little too much of a comedy, and like the story doesn't work because they're trying to like cram more jokes in. But they're funny jokes. I like them.
Right.
So yeah.
And like when Jane got the hammer for the first time and said it's Thorben time.
Yeah, she did do that. And like her face went all fucked up. I think I'm not sure if that was intentional or was just the result of like underpaid, overworked CG artists. But they left it in the final film.
You can absolutely suggest show titles. How about you, Pedro? Thorben time.
I too was busy with work this week, but as you can probably see, there's new things on my head, new cans as they were.
Hang on, let me get the volume up. Maybe I'll see it better.
Yes. If you're watching the video version, that is. But yeah, no, I got me some Sennheiser HD 599s. It's one below the HD 600s because the HD 600s are like 300 pounds. These were less than 100, so yeah, we're keeping these. Also, they're much comfier than the previous AKGs that I had because they don't clip the top and the bottom of my ears.
Because
this is nice. I'm not an elf. I just have a big head and proportionally big ears to go with it. So, these actually go around my ears, so that's good.
Pedro, I have the perfect headphone for people with big ears. Come on, you know you want them. They're pink.
If you want to grow like sick traps, that's how you get them, right? You put them on your head and your neck has to stabilize.
The price is very important, and these were very well reviewed for the price that they were, so I went with them.
I'd just say, can you bludgeon a home intruder to death with those? No. You can with these.
on the hobo scale, how would you rate them?
You'd probably
half a hobo.
4.5. Yeah. Unlike the horse, which has just an infinity symbol.
The horse transcends the hobo scale. It's like the Jiren of Linux Gamecast, completely out of our league. It's the Steve. Yeah, dated Dragon Ball Super jokes. That's what you come here for.
Hey man, that's how you got to rock and roll.
Yeah. So let's talk about Steam updates. We have a new Steam client beta, and it's a very, very tiny one that comes with one change, and that is that you can now pair Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons either in I don't have the thing handy where you like slide the two Joy-Cons into the one controller and it becomes one controller, or you can treat them as two distinct controllers. Which is nice because once I go and fix all the left Joy-Cons because of the drift issues, I'll have a bunch of wireless controllers for stuff like Towerfall.
I just want to imagine that talk at Nintendo's I bet we can get them to pay us $60 for a block of plastic deal.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen the price of some of those amiibos?
Did you see the SNES Classic?
That someone at Valve is actually watching us live because during one of the intermissions last week, we were talking about the Joy-Cons and the fact that they are blue teeth. And Jordan was the one who mentions technically you can get them to pair with your PC, but can't do much with them right now.
We were also talking about pairing the Steam controller to a Nintendo Switch. Valve, that's the feature I really want. Get on that shit.
We'd have to go back and watch and figure out who gets to be right after that then. Don't make us do that on second thought, Valve. Let's just let that one lie. Couple of updates though to the Steam Deck, and one that kind of caught me off guard. I'm like, because I don't ever think about it. Because when you think about the Steam Deck, you're thinking about it's just something I can carry around and I'm going to play. But this thing's got display out on it, doesn't it, Pedro?
It does. As it turns out, it is a fully compliant USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type-C port that it has on the top.
I remember
So
when
it
NVIDIA had those.
Yes. So it does. You can push up. I think you can actually push a UHD 3840 by 2160 screen at 60 hertz. Probably not a game at that resolution, obviously, but you can. And a lot of people were. And, well, there were some issues with, sharing or just having the picture show up on an external display properly. And Valve, with the latest beta for the deck, they have actually fixed it. Now, this is the very teeny tiny little beta update, which you probably won't even run into anymore, because even if you are running the stable, you already have this, but we'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah, they added a couple other things too. On the deck UI, because they have guides integrated in the Steam overlay, there are spoiler tags, and now they actually go away when you click them. If you're like, okay, yeah, I'm at this part of the game, I'm okay with the spoiler. So it's no longer like reading a bunch of declassified Department of Justice material. Also, long game names will now scroll. So if you have cursed FOAD, like in its original form, you can actually read the entire thing as it scrolls in a marquee tag.
I just like the fact that, I mean, in 2022, people still got to deal with overscan. Like, I thought that was just like nice and dead in the days of CRTs, but no, you too can relive that miserable time. But I mean, that's a good thing, because
it's all adapter stuff, though.
It is. But we all know just how dumb it can be for something to just be like that far off, but also how much that can just ruin the entire experience for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like 6 inches off
along the bottom, yeah.
Yeah. But as Pedro alluded to, SteamOS 3.3 is here, Pedro, and we can download it finally on our no, probably not.
Nope. No. It's still just for the deck, but yes, the important thing here is that Valve released an operating system with 2 3s on its name. SteamOS 3.3.
The 3MOS?
I can't wait for like
yes,
39x squared.
But yeah, it is. It's only available for the deck officially. You can still get the Holo ISO and a couple of others that are attempting to basically make it device agnostic. But yes, you get all of the big boy beta roundups for your deck. Hopefully, the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi cock-ups will be fixed for good this time, Valve. And the display scaling, like we mentioned earlier, it's been fixed for both desktop and game mode. You can also disable it if you liked the auto scaling that it was doing. You can just disable the new bits. And if you create a new new network connection in desktop mode, you can now actually successfully connect to it in game mode, which previously was not a thing that you could do at all. So yeah, it is more of the usual bug fixing and some performance improvements with new drivers for the APU as well. So
I think it's kind of neat. Like they've done a couple of things on the desktop as well, which is something you got to keep, because people are determined to use these as like desktop replacement kind of pseudo devices, or at least try the home version. And they've moved Firefox into a flatpak. Like, good move. And you know, the first time you launch Firefox from the desktop, you're going to get a like nice little prompt for the installation of the Discover Software Center. What is the Discover Software Center, Pedro Mateus?
It's like the GNOME Software Center or the Ubuntu Software Center. It's just that, but focused specifically for the KDE desktop environment.
But what's the Software Center, Pedro?
It is a bit of software which allows you to download other software which is available in the repositories in this particular case. Yes?
Another thing that they sorted out was echo cancellation. CPU overhead. Apparently that was draining battery, because it was just sitting there in the background like, I'm canceling echoes. And I'm like, I'm not saying anything.
Even if you weren't actively using the microphone and there was nothing active that required the microphone to be doing echo cancellation, it was still doing it. They fixed that now too.
Have you tried the like headphones with like a Discord call or anything like that?
I've tried the headphones. That works fine. There was that issue that with the KZs and a few other earbuds that it had a little bit of white noise, constant white noise. They fixed that now too.
Was that with
that was actually
Bluetooth headphones or just wired ones?
wired headphones.
He doesn't want
That-
to avoid the
that's been
warranty. He
fixed.
isn't going to use Bluetooth.
That's only on the Nintendo Switch, Finn.
Oh, man.
You could.
That's the thing. Good news, everyone. I want to be excited about this, but I realized last night everything I know about Halo, I learned from Adult Swim and that episode or that clip. And up until now, we could kind of launch Halo under Linux, but you just really couldn't get the full Master Chef experience. But Pierre Loup Grivas has said Proton Experimental has just been updated with initial Halo Infinite support. We're still looking at rendering issues, but it should get in game now, to which I'll say progress for those of you filthy window dual booting heathens that somehow already had Halo Infinite.
Yeah, Eggy has been working really, really hard on getting Infinite running on the GE branch of stuff. So I don't know how much of that was upstreamed from his branch. But yeah, no, definitely being able to get in game. I think matchmaking is still broken though, so you can only do single player. Is that right?
Yeah, that's still up to the anti-cheats.
Microsoft, you love Linux, right? I've seen the photos. We have photographic evidence. Now, the other thing that we want to bring up with Proton Experimental that Jordan, you didn't get a chance to jump on, but it's something that has been brought up multiple times by our own Svang here, is Vermintide 2 get a little bit of an announcement.
They did. Not so much an announcement. It was a very quiet Steam Depot update that, you know, the crazy stalkers who exist on the Steam forums, they're refreshing every time. There's like a bit changes. They bump a version number. But they noticed that a bunch of EAC stuff was put into the main branch. And yeah, depending on who you ask, if you have Strider's magical computer, it works fine. Sort of, kind of, if you're hosting.
If you're the one hosting, yeah. Apparently, I think it was Arthur and Unoid from our Discord were trying that too earlier in the week. And if you're the one hosting, supposedly it works just fine. If you're not the one hosting, and the game is not actively crashing for you, after a minute or two, you just get kicked out. So it's still
progress, right? Like, if they can like extend the time until you get kicked to like the average length of like a play session,
like the full
then like
40 or 50 minutes, however long it takes. Yeah,
then we're good. That's all we need, right? It crashes after you clear the mission.
Like the little bit that I read, and like the developers were actively soliciting feedback in the Steam forums. Like, somebody's curious. Somebody's tried around. Like,
oh, and the other thing about EAC this week is that if you're on Arch or any distro that recently got glibc 236, yeah, probably had issues running EAC. I was dead.
Well, you see, Pedro, I run an operating system that the internet tells me that can't play video games because it's too old and outdated. So I'm just going to sit back, relax, and laugh and Debbie at 11.
Operating system and the CPU.
And yeah,
you're playing games on Threadripper.
First gen Threadripper. Yeah, that's not for gaming. It's for calculating digits of pi. But no, it's I mean it's any sort of progress on that front is good. Like, considering that a year ago shit just wouldn't even launch, right? Like the fact that like folks can get into game, it's doing pretty good. And yeah, good to see that mainline Proton is getting the MF plot stuff sorted, because, you know, Proton GE is great, but you do have to go out of your way to install it. And
this is true. I mean, like Halo, like I don't know if Halo will ever be in a bundle, but I'm sure the Vermintide 2 part will be at some point. And once it's all sorted, then I'll play around with it. I just don't have the time to, or the patience to like, hey, it kind of works for a minute. I'm like, what good? I want to play the video game. But something I was joking around, maybe I'm just going to put this out there. Somebody knows about this. Has anybody bothered to do a ROM hack of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES that allows 4-player online? That's asking a lot from a ROM hack, because it's a single-player game with no, on the NES.
You're going to need a fancy emulator or a really modded NES.
I don't think we're going to be playing it on original hardware, Pedro. I'm curious as to why your brain went there, but...
Well, until that happens, we can play the new Ninja Turtles game natively on Linux, and hey, it's got some fixes. There's Oh god, burp. New release or new patch out. Bunch of bug fixes, a lot involving multiplayer. They changed the dizziness now, so if you get hit with a dizzy status, you no longer have iframes, which is going to probably fuck a bunch of us up when we try to play this game again. If you've been watching us play Shredder's Revenge in the after show or on Thursdays, you'll notice that sometimes the bosses will teleport when you hit them too hard. So that's been fixed. Also, if you start a new game, it doesn't reset your achievement progress. And multiplayer now has platform icons, so you can see who you're playing with is a filthy console peasant or a Windows user.
The one that jumped out at me was the one that last week happened twice, which was fixed many connection issues at the beginning of stages that could result in desyncs and missing players. Hey, finally! Yeah, that was like the one issue that I ran into, though I guess with the removal of the iframes with the dizziness, some bosses, especially the ones that call hordes of monsters, those are just gonna stun fuck you in place, aren't they?
Hey,
yeah,
man,
you just gotta get good.
You wouldn't leave in the good stun fucking like that one time. I figured it was like the Rat King we were up against, or one of the other like that just like stun locked in the corner. We just got to wail on him for like a minute and a half until he died.
There was when Arthurian and I were playing on Thursday, there was one boss where it was like two different bosses and you had to like fight them each. And like one of them just glitched and stood in the corner, so we just killed the one guy and then murdered the fuck out of the other dude. And it's like, you know what? I'm not gonna complain.
Take what we can get. Yeah, that's good. It's good to know. It's a .emu game. Native Linux, Vulkan. Runs great. Happy to see it. $24.99 if you want to pick it up. And yeah, we occasionally play it. And you know what? I'm always impressed by that game when I see other people playing it on Twitch, because when we play it, we know what it is. It's a button mashing, just chaos fest, because we'll get 6 people in like that. And it's interesting. The depth of the game is what I'm trying to get at, is like, as far as the strategies, and it is possible to do no hit runs of it. Like, wow.
Yeah, this is all done by people who care far more than we do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of not caring, coming up next, we got the news segment. We're gonna be talking about Logitech's new cloud gaming platform.
Oh, that sounds brilliant.
Yeah, it's the future.
Windows ME, probably.
Everyone knows Strider only has one computer.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
No, you. How dare you besmirch? It's a everything Strider owns is a console. He's a filthy console peasant now.
No, that's what I mean. He only has the one computer. Everything else is a console.
Okay. Right. We got a little bit of a break. Jordan, you get a squeaky chair.
Do I?
Yeah.
No. I don't have any other chairs. I'll try to sit still.
Oh, well, I mean, it only shows when you're like violently undulating while you're talking.
Okay.
When you're like, calm down just a minute.
All right.
Oh, 10 years. That's one of the things. I remember Jordan bouncing up and down on the ball.
Yep.
And his voice would like change volume while he was bouncing and talking at the same time.
I really got to replace this chair, though. That's real crappy.
Man, good luck with it. You toughed out a kitchen table chair.
I did.
For like a year and a half. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really am one of those people with like a pretty high tolerance for shit. Mm-hmm. And then eventually, like one day I'll just be like, you know what? Fuck this noise. I'm done with this. Could I have done this like 8 months ago and bypassed this entire problem? Probably, but I'm a fucking idiot. So,
hey, vote.linuxgamecast.com. Let's take a peek at what the inmates have put up there for us. Of course, Thorben time is going to get a.
Ooh,
Dennis.
People have suggested a lot compared to last week.
God damn it. Yes. We've told you, quit violating the temporal accord. Stay in the current timeline at the present.
The time machine was there. Someone left the keys in.
I'm a kleptomaniac.
I just took it for a ride. And then I brought it back.
Yeah.
Didn't even fill up the tank.
I'll give Strider's magical computer a vote.
All right. And we have that.
Strider, I'm talking about your calculator. You know, the thing that performs computations. It's like it's in your kitchen drawer. Yeah, your computer.
Your adding machine.
Yeah.
It handles the electronic arithmetic.
Yes. Via vacuum tubes.
Under and over vacuum tube calculator.
Just that one exists? Oh, like, absolutely one exists.
It has to be functional. It can't be some bullshit of like...
I mean, like, it has to exist in some computing museum somewhere, right? Because that's basically what those old computers were, just glorified calculators.
Okay, now we got to refine the search. What constitutes a calculator? I'd say portable battery powered. Wait, that wouldn't even work. Never mind.
You need a lot of D-cell batteries there.
I don't think you'll be doing high plate voltage. I mean, you could, but not realistically.
The amount of capacitors or the size of the capacitors that you would need to charge up in order to be able to send enough power through it.
Oh, no, baby. Give me parallel lead acid batteries. I can do the tech of the day.
Yeah.
Yes, you can arc weld with them.
I mean, I could also like engineer a starved plate design for the tubes.
Yes.
Oh, Metroid is 36 years old.
36?
36.
That's about, yeah. I'm not saddened or surprised by that. I'm like, that sounds about right, yeah.
Mirror, does that qualify as portable?
I mean, it depends on who you ask, right? Like, if I go up to Eddie Hall and give him a big thing, it's like, is this portable? He'd be like, probably. But
Luggable. Okay.
yeah, I know, you just gotta show up to Starbucks with one of those.
I really wish like social media was a thing, because it was like 2005, 2006. And I forget the website, a tech review website. Dell had sent them a like 22-inch laptop. And it was supposed to, for like business presentations and shit like that, right? Portable 20-inch screen. Guy's like, yeah, man, I took it to a coffee shop. It's like it almost fell off the table and knocked the table over with the weight.
Yeah, it's all like, you expect to like put everything in the middle, like, a cup of coffee, that's lighter than the table. Fine.
And it's like that you don't believe people take desktops to coffee shops until you Google search, and it's to the point of like, these can all be staged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're one of those people dedicated enough to have like essentially like a carry-on luggage with like a tower in there and a little pop-up monitor, you just set it up.
There's the multi-monitor add-ons for laptops.
Who was it? Like Razer or Acer said we're totally going to engineer one with like slide-out monitors. And I'm like, that shit'll break if you ever try to put that in production.
Razer did, and they had 2 of the prototypes stolen at some convention. They left the prototypes in their hotel room, and someone knew about them and stole them.
It was that her excuse for not putting it in production, because that's what I would use. I'd be like, yeah, they got stolen. That was all of our engineering. Yeah, we can't make that, guys, even though we totally knew we could never put that in fucking production.
They still had a couple more prototypes, but the 2 that they had taken to show off at that particular convention just got stolen.
See, that, ladies and gentlemen, is a hipster in its natural habitat.
And you see the coffee shop worker behind the glass there going,
Right?
Like, just doing the mental calculus. Is it worth it to go talk to this person?
No.
do I have to help him carry the shit out?
The answer is no, never. Unless he directly talks to you, don't make eye contact.
If he refuses to leave, the cops aren't going to take the PC as well, so I have to take it out. And we just let that one work itself out. In AB? All right. Did they ever ship it?
Oh, that was the Solar laptop,
Which
which also
Solaire?
Yeah, no. I mean, you could praise the sun with it because the back of the 3 monitors that folded out were actual solar panels.
You can power monitors with solar panels for seconds. You think one screen, the primary drain on your battery? Yeah, let's put 3 of those on there. Light them up. What's the 2? Okay.
Nowadays, they're like 15 watts for the screens. Like for a 1080p IPS screen at 60 hertz is less than 15 watts.
Here's what I want. I want one with a high refresh color e-ink for less than $5,000.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those cost like $600 or $700. Yep.
E-ink is the poster child for like what patents screw up because the technology behind e-ink to make it's cheap, super affordable. It's the licensing that they rail everyone on. You can't just make one yourself.
That's unfortunate.
They gotta get paid probably for another like 20 years or something like that.
Yeah. Well, like HDMI 2.1 or whatever is running into this problem where it just doesn't fucking work on Linux because, like, there's no technical reason why. It's all just patent based.
Something I've always been curious about is how come, especially the PC industry, we did not adopt SDI for our video.
How big is the connector? Not that makes much difference because LPT, but
Well, they make micro ones now, but like the biggest ones are going to be like a coaxial cable.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
And how long can you run SDI? How long you got?
it's
Big,
cable.
thick
Yeah.
copper, yeah.
Unlike the super thin, easily flexible DisplayPort cables.
No, yes. Those.
Yes.
That have to be shielded, like each individual pin has to be shielded from the other, just to, not have interference.
Well, when
Here's the thing. I bought a like thin, flexible HDMI cable, and that's a cool theory, bro. But these are things you cannot do to an HDMI cable. Firmware reasons. Man, we do not need to bring firmware into our cables.
tell that to Apple.
Apple's its own special basket case, man. Like,
Oh, and the smart USB-C cables, like that very first batch of them that had their own integrated circuits to actively lie to the controllers on the devices to be able to do things that they weren't supposed to do.
Oh, also like, I'm gonna check if I'm plugged into a Mac or an actual or another computer, and throttle myself based on that
No.
for no fucking reason.
here's something I will say about Apple and their craziness with their cables and their adapters and stuff like that. There is a reason that you can take a 20-year-old FireWire connector, plug it into Thunderbolt Gen 1, into Gen 2, into USB-C 3, and adapt it to a modern MacBook, and that shit just works out of the box.
The daisy chain. It's like the new Tower of Power.
I mean, having that, like, all Apple has to be approved, and yeah, there's a reason that works.
Being in control of everything does
Yeah.
have that advantage.
And of course, that little chain right there is about $300, but you know what? I don't have to do anything fancy with HDMI. The only, like, I get, like, this monitor is HDMI. It's 2.1 is UHD 60, right? So yeah, that one. Everything else is like 1080p-ish. That's DisplayPort cable. All these are 1080p. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, HDMI 2.1 was the one that they really screwed up the actual certification.
Well, I mean, if we wanted to like Man, there's 12G SDI now. It does 8K. It's been doing 8K for like 5 years. It's open, but nope. Try to find a video card with SDI out. Doesn't exist.
Man,
go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say, I want TVs to have like fucking DisplayPort in now.
Hmm.
It's all HDMI and it's annoying. Like,
So more and more people do, but that comes down to more and more people want a dumb TV. People our age and younger, they're like, get all this app bullshit off. I just want, because in Samsung's like, no, how would we show you the advertisements on the $3,000 TV
exactly
you bought?
what we want to get away from.
take up the entire bottom half of the screen with advertisements.
Yeah.
Do you have a way to turn that off? Yeah, you can unplug it.
I'm like, but we need the telemetry because subsidized, like with $6,000 Samsung subsidized for other people or something. Just give us that data. Rawr.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mir, I didn't get to finish my sentence. I said, unless somebody pulls out some old ass fucking Matrix card that's not compatible with fuck and or all in 2022. But yeah, thanks, Mir.
Some of the Matrox cards are Mesa compliant. Not all.
The PCI ones
Yeah.
or the AGP ones.
The PCI ones, I think. Except for the Parhelia.
Ah.
The Parhelia, you cannot run that one on Linux because it requires the proprietary drivers, which don't work in the current kernel versions.
Here's a good question for the internet sleuth. Who owns Matrix these days, or the Matrix name and brand?
NVIDIA?
I don't know.
Based out of Quebec.
Oh, shit.
En français. Sold to Zebra Technologies.
Thank you. Because, like, Matrix in its current form is like we're slapping the Matrix name on shit. Yeah, NVIDIA is always a safe bet, isn't it? You're like, yeah, maybe not NVIDIA.
Didn't they buy it at one point? I remember something.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe I have a wire crossed with something else. Zebra Technologies is one of these conglomerates that like acquire shit.
Yeah. It's like a holding company for the IP, the name that they can lease out to other people.
Oh, so apparently it's their main domain is like RFID printers, encoders, barcode printers, mobile printer, kiosk printers, like business
okay.
shit.
Zebra only owns the imaging division. The graphics and video are still owned by the co-founder, Lauren Trottier.
But are they producing any hardware? All right, man, you dug that far. Get it on the shovel up, pile it down.
Well, we're at the bottom of the Wikipedia article now, Ben. The information's getting a little scarce.
Hang on, we got to find out. Last Matrix video card. Okay.
G550 is apparently the cutoff.
They got an octal monitor? No, okay, can we?
Yeah, it's for like stock traders and shit, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
It doesn't even support UHD. Like, these things are antiques.
Yep.
Can we buy one of these?
On Amazon.
Walmart?
$2,000.
Yeah, but then there's one for like $720. These are DVI. That's DVI. Oh man, do they have a mini DVI?
They do, yeah.
Oh, lovely. That's bad and wrong. Huh.
You want some PCI slots?
No, I'm right. Oh man, wouldn't that just be fun to fuck with somebody? Throw a couple extra on the motherboard.
Yeah, just not hooked up to anything. Just
put them on the box. It's like different colors. There you go. Good luck.
yeah. It's for crypto mining. You can just plug GPUs in. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. Cool. Let me go get a drink, and we'll get a news segment, and no Chairquisition this week because we have a Chairquisition. Yeah, it's different flavor.
The Inquisition.
I was going to say like the Chinquisition, but then we'd have to have a chin off.
No, then we need Jay Leno.
All of
for
the
chin. For the Chinquisition. Or Bruce Campbell. I will accept Bruce Campbell.
Ooh.
For the Chinquisition. Yeah.
To enter.
All right, let's find out. Okay. Matrox latest GPU.
Oh wait, that's Zebra. Never mind. As of 2019, Matrox had 700 employees.
Mm-hmm.
That is higher than I would have thought.
Okay, there's the D-series graphics cards that they released in partnership with NVIDIA in 2020. Yeah. And then in June 2022, there was the announcement of the Matrox C420. No, that one's from 2014. What the hell? Tom's Hardware, what the hell are you on about? Oh. Okay, no.
What?
Random bullshit article from Tom's Hardware. Yeah, no. Matrox C420 could be the next king of entry-level GPUs.
Okay.
That's from 2014.
Where are my olds at? Who remembers Tom's Hardware in the 90s when it was genuinely just Tom posting about his shit that he had laying around the house? And like, I don't even recommend, I will not post a hyperlink to Tom's Hardware unless they are the absolute source for something, because that website has turned into such ass cancer with like auto-loading videos and just like, no. Like, all right, everyone, let's go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, it's why despite the fact that we all have like gigabit fiber optic connections, websites still load like shit.
Mobile, man. Like, fuck all y'all. If you do like the autoplay video thing, why that is not like, I know Google's like, but we make money off of it, but Google, Firefox, get together and just absolutely nope that shit.
Yeah.
All right. Pennywise, you got the right idea. If you're looking for like just right ads all the way up to your knees, man.
Something to test an ad block with.
Right.
Oh man, I'm so happy reader mode is just a thing in browsers now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On mobile, that's so nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, news segment in 3, 2.
The news this week, we'll get to that, but Logitech, come on. Before we get to that though, we do need to thank you. Every single one of you.
Before we get to that,
I don't know. That is something that I dare not.
Bitch, you were the one talking about stuff that you're doing next week. That hasn't happened yet. So
look, I already apologized. To be fair, Someone left the keys in the time machine. So
How many?
Was that you in the toilet that was flying above the the dock there? Well, so so segues. If you want to fund our Doctor Who spinoff, our very shitty Doctor Who spinoff, head on over to patreon.com/LinuxGameCast. Join up. You can get some cool stuff, which like access to our Discord channel, which you can also get by subbing to us on Twitch, twitch.tv/LinuxGameCast. Link your Patreon account and your Discord account and your Twitch account, and hopefully all your information won't be stolen, by us at least. But yeah, you can get some other cool stuff like access to the pre-free Super Shows, and where then Pedro and I talk about, what did we talk about this week? It kind of just blew by.
I don't know. We were like procrastinating because we had on a guest.
yeah,
That's right. That's right. We continued the tradition of waffling an hour before we go live, and you can listen to that if you want by joining our Patreon. You can listen to that live as well in Discord. But you don't get that sweet video feed unless you give us more of those ducats. You can get your name in the credits. You can RSVP to game streams. I do some stuff on Thursdays sometimes. Ven does Trackmania on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Hey man, you had to work Thursday, so I was able to get a small collection of people together, and we played Turbo Golf Racing. And
not Rocket League. How's that?
I like it. I really like it, and everyone else really liked it. And we went to play it in the after shows on Friday, and it was really being sketchy with trying to get everybody into groups, but it only has like 6 slots, so it immediately turned into no room available.
That's always the pits. Well, we got some brand new Patreons. We got to thank Monsieur Sacred Egg, who is our new Patreon, and Livet, who left us a little message. Pedro, would you like to read the message?
Yeah, Livet says, like, my plan was that I would send you feedback, then you would ignore my feedback, then I would feel okay not to be a patron.
All right.
Now, I can't take it anymore. I am left with no choice but to support your excellent, dubious, a Saturday night train wreck. You
Venerable,
crazy
maybe.
person,
Excellent.
you. Thank you, Livet.
No. Yeah.
You could not have cut us deeper. But
Indeed. We got a store as well. If you want to display your pride of your Linux Gamecast love to the world, if you want to explain to Karen Fukuhara who the hell we are and why we're on your chest, you can go to store.linuxgamecast.com. Yeah, buy some merch, buy a coffee cup, buy some stickers, buy some Hell stuff, and just like slap them on all your property, on your refrigerator, on your car, on your friends, because they're your property apparently. Yeah. We good stuff in the store. We got Wishstones as well. If you head on over to linuxgamecast.com, mouse over that support button. I have one, Ven has one, Pedro has one, Jill has one.
does that have fans on it? I thought those were.
Is that just a lumbar pillow?
I don't know.
Is that RGBs in a lumbar pillow?
It is. I looked for the cheapest, like 400-pound capacity chair, and it was that one. So, yeah, buy me some dice, buy Pedro some lockpicks. I guess you don't need a new processor anymore, do you? You need a new motherboard. One that has full color BIOS.
Here, do you want to fuck up $100 bill on some fans? There you go. There's your chance, kids. I already bought one of those. I'll have my report for like, it's the $5 milkshake. I was like, all right, what does a $31 fan sound like?
Ideally, you should be able to hear it at all.
Are you going to have the Vincent Vega reaction of, this is good. It's not $5 good, but this is good.
Here's the thing. You got to bring that up, Pedro. I ran into a very interesting problem because I felt myself with like a spare 140 knocked to a fan. And I was like, you know what? I'll put it in Jackbox. So I put it in Jackbox and I cut it up and I'm like, oh, it's so quiet. It was moving so much air so silently, it caused a whistling noise with some of the front panel things.
That's good, though.
No, because I couldn't have the... like, gee, what? Really? Fine.
It finds all the issues with,
the actual
flaws.
physical case design that I'm like, oh, how can I fix that? Oh, blowtorch. Hacksaw.
Some
blue tack.
braces.
Just slap some blue tack in between the panels. There we go. Done.
No, this is the mounting metal for the fans, Pedro.
For the actual, okay, right?
It was sucking air very quietly over it, and it was causing a whistling noise.
Ooh, okay. No, that's
there's
just
a little there's just a little hole there. Yeah.
So, hey, thanks for your support. You let us do what we do each and every week. Definitely come at least swing by in our Discord. Just Discord's not your thing. We got an IRC wide open, which is bridged. Catch us live to our Twitch chat, and we're there. We're hanging out and we talk, and that's one thing we're pretty accessible. All right.
Let's
News.
talk about peripherals.
Let's talk with something that is coming. The Logitech G. I don't want to be the first to. Oh, G, go. Is this better? Can I hit escape? No.
No, you add,
There's
add
a little
block.
cross in the corner.
Bag of dicks.net. All right. Go away. Where's the X?
Top right corner, I think.
Aha.
All right, we did it. Computer experts, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, so what we have here is Logitech and everyone's favorite company, Tencent Games, announcing a partnership for a portable gaming handset. And what could make that even better? It's going to be cloud-based. That's right. I'm not making this up. Which I think, like you at home, you're sitting there going, why do these otherwise like sensible companies just light money on fire with dumb shit like this? Because
Remember
no
Google
one,
Plus? There's the Google Plus icon at the bottom of that post.
dude, hang on. Oh man,
Oh
there's
shit,
a fucking
there is, yeah.
dude. All right, get wrecked. There's the
Stumble
old deck.
upon delicious, yeah,
Oh
shit.
man, somebody needs to update that nonsense Logitech. I don't know what I think about the Logitech other than it's a dumb idea. You're just lighting money on fire. It's a horrible idea. It's a bad idea. Did I mention it's probably not a good idea? And it's Logitech. Logitech making buttons on a console. Every single fuck mothering one of those micro switches will fail in 11 months.
And then you gotta go
Guarantee
buy
it.
a new one. That's the
No.
point. It's
Thank
planned
you,
obsolescence.
Logitech is the company responsible for teaching me how to resolder micro switches, surface mount. Like, I know how to do that now. I'm effective at that. I was like, pop, pop, pop. Then I just switched over to these Alcom because they know how to make a fuck mothering micro switch.
So, I mean, Logitech and Tencent here, they're looking at the resounding success of Google Stadia and Amazon Luna, and they're like, yeah, we can do that. We can set that up. So this is basically just going to be Stadia 2 Samus Returns, because now it's on a fucking mobile. Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's a portable machine for streaming. NVIDIA learned that lesson with the Shield and GeForce Now. Pick a Shield, any of them. The portable ones anyway. And the trying to play GeForce Now on the Shield tablet with the 3G module, I think it was LTE actually. The delay on that was horrible. You couldn't do it. Why?
Okay.
But
here's the problem. The whole cloud gaming, you want to taste it. You got a PC, you got more than one PC. You know what? You can do it on your mobile. Go try it out on Steam, in-house, on the same Wi-Fi, in the same room. Taste that and go, you know what? If that was only 20 times worse, you'd have my money.
But we have artificial intelligence latency compensation, you guys.
Negative latency. Hello, Stadia.
Yeah. I you know what? Tencent, Logitech, go burn all the money you want on this. No one's gonna buy it.
Whatever money laundering pyramid scheme this is set up, I mean, good on you guys, but
Yeah.
I mean, you could have sold it in something a slightly, just a little more believable, because they do say this is going to support multiple cloud gaming services, to which I'll say,
I look
Stadia.
forward to the
it's not going to be around by the time this comes out, and NVIDIA might do something like, NVIDIA's like, you know what, pay us, fuck you.
And they're you know what? I would believe that Microsoft will partner with these guys because Microsoft's strategy now is just like, get fucking everywhere. Doesn't matter what you're doing.
You know what?
Just get our shit on there.
But the Microsoft of new does care about its image a little bit.
I don't know. They're still buying Blizzard. So
Did you?
Was it Activision?
yeah. It was Microsoft was like, yeah, Activision Blizzard doesn't make like must-have games. No, there's nothing special about these people.
In their defense, in their acquisition, they're like, they don't make anything culturally. They basically said, "No, we're helping them out, man. We're helping."
Yeah.
To be fair, they haven't in a while.
Don't you want to play Overwatch 2.1,
Which is the same game? Yeah.
Yeah.
No. We added one more team member and broke a bunch of shit.
Colorful and shit. Scum VM, new games added. This is brilliant.
Yeah, they do. Scum VM, the venerable open source gaming project that allows you to play a lot of your old Manic Mansion and other just like early 90s, late 80s PC games. They have a new release out, and they're supporting a bunch of
Sanitarium.
Yeah, so many new games, including the CD-ROM edition of Tender Loving Care, Uncle Henry's House, and Chewy, Escape from the F5, which, incidentally, when you say it like that in sequence, makes it sound like they're all part of a very depressing and emotionally scarring trilogy, but that's not actually the case.
I'm just going to say, anytime somebody out of context would bring up Uncle Henry's House, Playhouse, I don't think that's going to be a good story. I'm like, oh,
no. Yeah, just yeah, that's just not going to end well.
Yeah, no, and the one game, like the one title that I recognized from that was the 11th Hours. How is that not supported until now? What happened? Seriously, what
was the 11th Hour?
It was an FMV
point
game,
and click
wasn't
adventure
it?
game. Yeah.
Was that the original? Or no, the Seventh Guest was the original one, right?
It's the 7th Guest, and the 11th Hour was the second one.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it's a sequel to this.
Allegedly, we don't know.
Yes.
Launched on the 3DO.
Okay.
What happened with that? I would genuinely would like to know.
You know what? Probably the 3DO people cut him a check, and they're like, all right, fine.
Yeah, it was like I had to find a copy of this on the 3DO. Good luck.
Get the camcorder out. Woo! Put a click menu there. All right, done. Here.
Yep. But yeah, most of the stuff from this release is just adding new game supports. They fixed some bugs in some of the older games. The full release notes are linked in the blog post that are linked in our show notes. It's a lot of clicking. I'm sorry, you guys, but you'll have to do it. I believe in you.
Oh no! Don't click on the video. It'll just pause.
Click on the video a couple times and see if it's playing or pausing, and tell us. I don't know.
Fair enough. That's not the only updates we have, because Dolphins are back, and it's been a while since we've heard from the Dolphin Project.
It is, and I gotta switch this URL from French to English because the link in the show notes is in French. Yeah, they have the progress report out. Dolphin's been putting these out for once a month or once every couple months, and they'll consolidate them if there's not a lot of updates.
They killed my sparkles, Jordan.
Oh yeah, they added infrastructure for graphics modifications, and that's going to allow you to do per game graphical modification at like not the ROM hack level, which is pretty handy. There's a very complex write-up and a list of specific games that currently can utilize this feature, but right now all this can really do is fuck with the bloom settings and make them extra trippy. Also, interestingly, if you like reading developer diaries and seeing people just descend into madness, go read
that, like, IBM has just fucked with so many people for decades now with that goddamn cell processor.
Yeah, but there's a long documentation on getting Monster House, which is a game that you can basically play up until the very end, and then it eats shit.
Quick time events, right?
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it was just like a way. It was a way that the GameCube handled a specific edge case. But yeah, also, if you're a Windows 7 or 8 user, see you in hell. No more Dolphin for you. If you're on Windows 10 for ARM, though, congratulations. You finally have a piece of software you can run. Congrats.
What? Do you think Windows is ever going to put like anything behind like having ARM? I mean, they have to, right? Because ARM is the future, allegedly.
I mean, they've been trying, but like, I don't know. If you look at like if you just compare the operating systems, the level of maturity of like Linux on ARM versus Windows, they have so much catching up to do. And like Apple has an entire division dedicated to this, and they're like going full steam ahead. They're ditching x86. I don't think.
Well, like when you look at the differences, man. I mean, because there is a image of Windows 10 for ARM, and it's like they got it to boot, did a victory lap, and fucked off.
Yeah, because what, you can run it on the Raspberry Pi, and that's kind of it.
Can you? Is there any? No, Apple, not really. No.
Well, you can play Dolphin on it now, so you can play some GameCube games.
Yeah, and all of the other not Raspberry Pi alternatives like the Banana Pi and the Orange Pi, and
yeah, you can play Wii games on them too. It's great.
Yeah.
Man, this game looks like we have Stranger Things at home.
I mean, it predates Stranger Things by a decade, but sure.
But yeah, by quite a few years.
Actually, you know what? Actually, it's not a bad movie for a kids movie. I remember watching it.
A movie? This was a movie?
Yeah, this is like the Monster House, the movie, the game or whatever. There was a movie. This is the tie-in game.
All right. Can we make it a little more confusing?
Yes, we can.
All right.
1,000 years ago. No. Let's talk about more Halo stuff.
Yes. specifically the DXVK kind, because yes, this is the big special sauce that made Proton, and the fact that it's included by default with Proton as compatible with all the games as it is currently. And version 1.10.3 is currently out. It added support for shared fences, which was needed to get the videos in Halo Infinite to work. Go figure. They fixed.
You managed to keep reading after Need for Speed 3? You didn't immediately check out and go play that?
Admittedly, I downloaded the modern patch for Need for Speed 3 because that's been fixed and it's actually working with the XVK now. It was... I played it so long ago
Need
on
for
regular
Speed
wine.
3 makes me, like, I have visions of it. It's one of those things, if I go back and look at it, I'm like, oh... It's like GTA Vice City.
Yes, it was the pre-Porsche Unleashed one.
I have the box art like seared into my brain because I've seen that so many times. But yeah, like, don't think I've actually.
And Stray, they also fixed the they enabled the D3D11 ignore graphical barriers option, which basically makes the internet's favorite new cat game work better. So
also.
Stray performance.
Also, the prequel to Halo Infinite, Bioshock Infinite, gets some rendering issues fixed. So it's the same series, right? It's the Infinite series.
Yeah, man.
And the original
carries on,
Prey,
man.
I think.
I don't know.
No, the second Prey.
I think the internet's done with the cat game once they realized, like, if you want to do the extra long play, you can get 5 hours out of it.
Yeah.
And nothing.
And there's no replay value. Yeah.
It's got a meow button, Pedro. Why do you keep hating on it? Meow.
The jump button is contextual.
I strongly suggest everyone go and watch the zero punctuation on that, because you got to summed up everything that I thought about it. And I'm not going to talk too much shit about it because I don't fucking like the game. Oh, who knows? It might be the best damn thing since Slice Kittens.
I want to play it, but
I don't.
Yes, I have sneaking suspicion that it.
Why don't you buy it for Nori? And
yeah.
And then she can complain to me that I gave her a game that wasn't very long.
Just like my girlfriend bought all those Legos for her kid, and yeah.
OBS Studio. You might stream games, or you want to stream a show. We're using OBS right now. Open Broadcaster Studio, and there is a new beta. 28.9 beta 1. This is a pre-release, and it's gonna fuck up everything you got running, baby. It does. Oh man, all of it. Why? Well, you know, sometimes you're gonna make hard breaks, and it's hard break time, kids.
QT6.
Yeah.
A couple of things that I've been messed around with, which is good. They've switched from GLX capture to EGL since the NVIDIA drivers have been updated, and AMD, you don't have to worry about it, which is going to result in a better experience. Currently, right now, that just means that it's not going to remember any of your sources. So you're going to have to reset those every time, unless you have all of your sources launched before you launch OBS. There's your hack. They did add support for H.264. That format is now available in V4L2, which is good for your webcams. Big move, though. QT6. Big move. Interface. That's a huge shift. It looks a little bit different, looks a little bit nicer, but nicety things. WebSockets, OBS WebSockets, if you deal with that, that comes baked in now at version 5.0, which is backwards compatible with fuck and or all. So keep that in mind. Basically what I'm saying is my entire stack was on fire. I'm like, neat. What did I do? I didn't complain about it. I went, huh. So then I headed off to the projects that I use. OBS captioning plugin needs some work with Qt6. I'm like, hey, this thing went to Qt6. On it. Working on it right now. Went to the OBS plugin for BitFocus and Companion. I'm like, hey, WebSockets 5.0. It's in the beta 1. He's like, on it. So that's getting worked on. The GLX thing, I left a bug report on that months ago, so maybe it's no. That's with OBS, so hang on. Fucking maybe. And if you're
don't even bother submitting your pull requests.
Yeah.
Close your fix.
If you do want to build it, make sure you have access to Qt6, which I will say if you're running Debian 11 is available in backports. If you just want to grab that. But yeah, go play with it. A lot of your plugins are just not going to work with it. So this is why I want people to try it so you can do what I did. I went, oh man, the 2 plugins I lean on, I need to go have and like say, hey, by the way, this is out. And
when is 28 proper slated for release? Do you know? Whenever it's done.
Yeah.
All right.
That's kind of how that rolls. Is as it is. So yeah. What do we got coming up next? We're going to review a game, right, Jordan?
No, we're not. We're going to talk to a human being about open source game development. Hopefully, it won't be a train wreck.
Like a motor
Heresy.
People. It's terrifying. Humans. That's my favorite of the alien memes, where it's just the xenomorph in the chair and he's just like,
yes.
Humans.
Yep. If I'm looking to respawn, that's the one I go digging for immediately. Yep.
Humans.
All right.
Then we got a hate mail.
And now I gotta pee. I'll be back.
I should wear something that breathes like wool.
Not polyester.
No. But here's the upside with polyester. You just hose it off.
Synthetic fibers, yeah.
Yeah. Game development is people, right?
I mean, yes. The machines don't develop games by themselves. So, that's true. Yeah.
I wouldn't even go that far. I guarantee you there's some AI-created games.
GitHub Autopilot or whatever. It literally just shits out Super Tux Kart because it's like, yeah, game code. All right, yeah.
God damn it. Now I want to see Twitch plays Git.
Twitch plays GitHub Autopilot.
I just want to see him like clone and check out without wiping shit. I mean, nerd entertainment. Yep.
I'm at the point of like get used where now I can yell at people for using it wrong.
You tried that on me. I just don't care enough.
Yeah, most people don't.
No.
But again, you're not a software developer though, so like.
Or if I was doing it inside your organization, yes.
Yeah.
Like, how do I do this shit on this side? Does that hurt anybody? Fuck it.
Yeah, who the fuck cares? If we're working together on a thing, it's like, no, use Git properly. Come on.
Or I just don't tell you.
I just reject all your merge requests. Yeah. Right. Oh man. I like how the people at my company haven't realized that if they want me to approve and merge things, they need to add me to the list of approvers.
Why would we do that?
I don't know. Shit just magically happens. Don't know what to tell you.
I think the older I get, I realize the guy in Office Space who came up with like the board game.
The jump to conclusions, Matt?
Yes,
yeah.
That guy had the most valuable, integral part in that entire company. That is a bullshit job right there. And that is a needed job that I see. That is a missing cog in a lot of companies. The person who can communicate to the engineering team.
Yeah. Well, it's like this thing. I'm constantly in a fight with management. They're like, that refuse to like learn any technical stuff. And it's like, motherfucker, you work at a software company. Like, you're doing yourself a disservice by not at least attempting to derive a high level understanding of it.
It's like, how did they get the job?
Because they don't have like an actual dev or like a senior project manager on like the interview process. They have a lot of like good credentials. They'll pass the HR stuff and like
they just hired some C-level shit. I'm like, all right.
Not lower level than that, like middle manager stuff, but like very, very junior people who I don't think have like managed actual software projects before. Or have done so in a company that has like competent enough people that like you've been in those departments that like succeed despite management's best efforts.
This is a real thing.
Yeah. You get a team of people who are a little too good at their jobs, who, despite given like shit requirements and shit everything, are still able to produce. And then they're like, oh, well, that was easy for you, right? It's like, no, it wasn't.
But you also got to keep a leash on those people too.
Yep.
I mean, that's the part of management. It's a balancing act, man.
Yep.
Yeah. The thing that sucks about being management is you can't hang out and have fun with people.
Yeah.
That's like the big kick in the junk that you realize. Because like when you think about it, when you go out with the team and you go hanging out, manager wants to go with you guys too, but we know we can, like, no, can't. I mean, it just wouldn't be cool because it's fucking weird.
I think I lucked out. My manager is pretty chill.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
also, I'm saying if you are a manager, you shouldn't be having drink. You need that area of separation.
Yeah, there should be some church and state. Yeah. Your job is not to make your team like you. Your job is to shield them from the rest of the business and get them to like meet the requirements.
Oh man. No, I want to watch Sandman. That's what I'm gonna do. Fuck. I'm gonna fuck Monday up. I'm just gonna watch Sandman on Monday.
Might as well, right?
Fuck it. That's my day off. I'm not doing shit. I'm just gonna get up, watch some Sandman.
Yep.
Oh man. I'm a people person.
I'm a people person. It's weird seeing him in like other stuff too, because I'm like, hey, it's the jump to conclusions guy.
Right?
He's in a bunch of Star Trek too. He's like,
you see, like Rohit, I was going to listen to the Sandman audiobooks, but here's the weird thing: they were produced as with a full cast, which doesn't work for me.
oh,
like,
you
trying
want
to,
like a single person reason?
Yeah, I want somebody reading the book instead of people trying to perform the book.
Oh yeah. The Sandman audio drama is like a radio play, so yeah.
Yeah, and there was like, I'm like, aw, that sucks.
You want like, tell me a story, Uncle.
Like
Jefferson
regular
Days,
voice,
yeah.
mumble things in the background, and sometimes I'll tune in, sometimes I won't.
Yeah. Bad project managers think that with nine women in 1 month, you can produce a baby.
When are we going to get good at cloning people? Like just rolling humans from spare parts.
I mean, like, we can do that. The problem is you just have a bunch of babies, right?
I'm talking about like we can accelerate the growth. Straight up sci-fi this shit.
Okay, so you want Brave New World. Okay.
Like get that shit rounded off to like 22 with like a blank memory. Then we have to have the moral debate. So like, are they really alive? Like, well,
Yes, then the ethics committee gets involved and you can't do stuff like that anymore.
one of the favorite ones I've always seen brought up. I saw it brought up once, and I thought it was a real interesting ethical thing. Was like, okay, we go into the future. We're getting like fucking tops at like growing organs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, in order to have the heart, we gotta grow some lungs. Then we gotta grow a spine stem, and maybe a circulatory. Is like, at what point does that become life?
Well, it's by definition, it's already like. I think the question is like, is it sapient? Is it sentient? Like, at what if you engineer these things without higher brain functions to the point where they're just like comatose and literally just do like body regulation, like sure you could make the argument that they're not people.
Ethical?
Is that ethical? I don't think
the documentary. Some fast food chain was actually growing their own lab meat.
And you're right. It's a super interesting debate because like where do you draw the line? And I would say like my personal take on it is like there's no such thing as like a perfectly ethical situation. In most equations, there's someone who usually suffers. I would say the goal then is to minimize the total amount of suffering like period. So if if you can grow hearts and lungs and you just need like a base brainstem and you're able to save a bunch of lives, I think that's worth it. But that's me, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Or you can just grow a whole human and have an entire thing of organs
barbecue?
ready to go.
No.
Right, but you see, growing a whole human at that point, if you're growing, then you have like a whole ass person with like a fully developed brain. It may not have anything in it, but then the question is, well, we have a case like this. What do we do with coma patients then, right? Because it's basically the same thing.
Well, I mean, there's still the barbecue. I mean,
I mean, that's a little 1940s German for my taste, but yeah.
I was more thinking like Soylent Green, motherfucker.
So the greatest people. Yeah, we need the zombie apocalypse to justify the cannibalism, I guess.
We didn't listen. We don't need anything to justify cannibalism. We can just eat other people. It's fine.
It's
Again,
very
back to
much
the
against
barbecue.
the law in most countries.
I don't know, man. Like,
Listen, it's not against the law if you're rich enough.
We are. Well, then everything's
then
fine.
nothing's-
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't even give it. I mean, it's a fun thing to think about. I mean, you could swap that out with like, I don't know, nuclear power.
Well, like the issue is like the disposal of the fissile material. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 200th episode, or the 10th year anniversary of Linux Gamecast. We've run out of Linux shit to talk about, so now we're just doing hard hitting ethical shit.
All right, who wants some thorium? All right, let's get into that. No.
Yeah, with thorium, you don't get the basically
You
the
don't-
nasty military use kind of result from the fusion.
Molten salt reactors.
Yeah, unfortunately, like there's just not there hasn't been as much development on them, and so like that technology is just
Well, there
getting
hasn't been
behind.
There
need.
isn't the military use afterwards,
Yeah.
so why bother?
I don't know. I think nuclear is it's the best stopgap measure we fucking have right now.
Oh,
Unless
yeah.
we start harvesting like renewable energy, sun, wind.
The problem with
whatever
renewable
else.
energy, which we should go whole hog in, is it's not a constant, and you can't run a fucking
Yes.
grid off intermittent power.
Yeah. We need capacity. We need
The second
power.
somebody like sits you down and explains how an energy grid works, you're like, oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like
until that becomes viable and we have a way to make it contiguous, yes, nuclear
Like-
is the best option.
the problem is when you have like what's going on in the States, where they're just like stockpiling all this waste, and it's like, no, this stuff needs to be like properly disposed of, and if you're just gonna leave it in a cave, like those containers are gonna degrade, and then what, right?
Yeah.
Once it degrades to a high enough point, you can't send people in there to take them out. Like,
Live a little. Let's shoot it into the sun.
wasn't
That
the main
would be
problem
one
with
way
that?
to get rid of it. Yeah.
I think the problem is it's like actually more expensive to do that. Like the requirements of like generating enough thrust to get all that waste up there like completely removes the cost benefit of like actually going.
But we're not doing it to save money.
Yeah,
We're doing it because we get to shoot rockets.
we get to
filled
blow.
with-
We get to
yeah.
try and blow up the sun. Yeah,
Yeah, we just shoot nuclear waste to the sun. There.
You can't put a price on that kind of entertainment. Of like, oh, if this one blows up, how many millions of people will suffer the consequence?
Oh, we started a coronal mass ejection. Hope it's not headed towards us.
Well, that entire segment of the Pacific Ocean or the Atlantic Ocean is now very, very irradiated.
Oh, did you see they found like habitable areas on the moon, like in some of the craters?
Craters, yeah.
Yeah. It was like fucking chill as fuck. It was like 23 degrees. Like, all right. I mean, can't breathe, but you be comfortable.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, for about 30 seconds.
I hold my breath.
And then you'll be very comfortable because you'll be dead.
Yeah. Oh man. Let's go into a little hate mail.
Yeah, before we violate any more Geneva Convention stuff. Hi, NSA. It's been a wild 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's 10 years. Come on. If you guys were ever going to say something, now's the time.
Kick pagers in. Torin gets disappeared. I'm like, well,
Yeah, we just
It
all
was
get
supposed to be the
black bagged.
NSA, not MI5.
No, this is a joint
Listen,
operation.
listen, they're all Five Eyes countries, right? They're all sharing information with each other.
Yeah.
They're going to try to extradite Pedro.
To Portugal?
No, to Guam.
No, that's just the punishment. Like, just stick Pedro back in Portugal, and you're like, you're not allowed to leave anymore.
Damn it.
Oh, no. We sent him to Spain.
That would be annoying. That would be genuinely annoying.
After we buy some airtime on public Spanish TV, because I got some clips.
You can just pay news channels like $1,000 and they'll just put you on the news. Yeah, like
this is a new reality TV series I'm working on.
yeah.
I keep telling Pedro, work on the cardio, man.
That's you need the assault bike, man. Come over. You can use mine.
That would be an expensive trip just to use an exercise machine.
I'm trying to find our music. Give me a minute. That's what we're waiting on.
I want some manchego. I like manchego.
What's that?
It's cheese.
Oh.
It's like a mix of goats and cows' milk cheese.
Is it goats and cows or goats and sheep?
I think it's the one I buy. I think is goat and cow, but
There we go. All right. Found it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it done.
Pedro's researching cheese. Hold on.
Trying to figure out, is it cow or sheep?
Caterpillar cheese.
I guess it's just sheep milk, or maybe
Okay.
maybe the stuff they sell in Canada is cut with cow's milk. It's possible.
Could be, yeah.
In 3, 2.
Remember, kids,
Rascally wabbits.
It means
bah
no.
means no. Just no. And if you'd like to contest that particular opinion, you should go talk to your local authorities. They will probably elucidate you on that matter. If you'd like to, ask us a question, make a suggestion, say disparaging remarks about our family members, you can absolutely do that. You can go to LinuxGameCast.com. You hit the contact button. There's a form you got to fill. It's fairly simple. If you're not sure why your thing isn't going through, read the caveats at the top, or, just read the caveats before you even try to send it. It'll save you some time.
Like somebody did that we talked to this week. Here's a reminder. Go check out Dennis's Kickstarter. Links in the description. But yeah, he read spam golem. There's an email thing there. You select the right things. You hit the buttons. The spam golem doesn't eat your stuff. And yeah, you're good to go.
Good old S-Pain.
S-Pain.
Not quite as good as T-Pain, but S-Pain.
Well, I was trying to do a sponge. We need a SpongeBob. Okay, somebody needs to make this. Where it does the SpongeBob text.
Oh.
Alternating
Yeah.
cap lowercase.
I just straight up need that button on the keyboard. It just
just modify what caps lock does.
little bit. Misery might love company, because last week we talked about Valve doing something that caught everyone less shocked, because we tend to forget Valve time has the potential to work both ways.
It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah. No one was expecting that swing, because what they said is like, hey, if you get a reservation, it doesn't matter what queue you're in, you're getting it before the end of 2022. Rejoice. And
There was not much rejoicing. There was a lot of cursing.
I think there was a significant amount of rejoicing, but there was a non-insignificant amount of I've already spent that fucking money. That money wasn't going to be due until 2023, like Q3, Q4, Valve time, man. I'm not gonna have to worry about this deck until late next year. What do you mean it's coming? And curse.
Misery says, the Henry Cavill Witcher meme is 100% accurate. I had the money ready. Then I saw my reservation would likely be available next summer. I spent all the money on new PC peripherals and stuff on Prime Day, and now I'm in Q4. Fuck. What? Lil womp womp, as we say in the business.
At least he didn't like blow it on anime figurines or something. He was like, no, I got some.
I got a new mouse. I got a monitor or whatever. Yeah,
You got something. And even
Prime
then,
Day, yeah, there's bound to be a lot of good stuff. So yeah,
but
that's how I got an
especially,
exercise bike. Yeah.
well, think about it. The downside of that is you could grow like a little bit of like hatred towards whatever you bought. You're like, oh, hello,
Hello, not
Steam Deck, right?
Yeah.
buyer's remorse. How do you do?
Talk about probably a couple of motherfuckers out there going, all right, what's the refund? What's the maximum window on that?
Yeah. Oh, can I sell one of my organs? For how much?
Although
do you think-
there's still, until Q4. With a bit of luck, you'll be at the end of Q4, so you got another 4 months until December.
Well, it's like the worst timeline too, because you can't dump your NVIDIA card.
No, yeah.
No one wants it.
The price on that's come down a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, outside of like, I mean, if you can't sell your organ, try to sell your piano. I don't know.
Sell a tuba, trombone.
Just make sure it's not rusty. No one likes it.
Some people like a rusty trombone. What are you talking about?
Do you think?
Womp womp.
Okay, let's bring in some Valve time, like some real things here. Let's think about it. When do you think in 2023 we can go down to the Valve store and buy a cup full of Steam Deck?
I'm hoping, and this is like optimism, Jordan here. I'm hoping like Q2 you can just like order a Steam Deck and they'll like send you one within a couple weeks. But I don't know. Supply
End of Q2,
another,
beginning of Q3, like June, July. Then
another boat might get stuck in a canal somewhere, and we've seen how that turns out. So.
Okay, what if this happens? You get your change together, and you're like, okay, this is what I'm waiting, because I'm kind of waiting on that, because I just know I'm going to pack up a Steam Deck, and I want them free flowing, because I don't want anyone giving me shit for fucking it up, because I'm tearing it apart, man. Let's say you get your money, Q3 rolls around, like Valve's like, all right, Steam Decks in all the channels, you can go to wherever and just pick one up, and announcing we're starting to take pre-orders for Steam Deck 2.
Oh, they're absolutely going to do that shit. I don't care. I'm used to that. I bought
Although that would be a
1080
very
Ti.
good way to do it, because you can get a product now, or you can maybe get the better one.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. I have paid the $1,000 for my 1080 Ti only to hear the announcements about the 2080 Ti a week later. So
But then you always have the people that want to be part of the conversation, and this is usually about like when you bring up a CPU or especially like video card upgrades. Because we'll be discussing something like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about getting this, and like, oh well, yeah, well I've been looking into getting this, and like, what are you running? GTX 480. Like, get the fuck out of here. You got to buy something at some point, man. When you're like 5 generations behind.
yeah.
Let's see, GTX 480. Yeah, that's about the level of performance that you get out of the GPU in the Steam Deck.
He doesn't mean that.
With much better DirectX 12 performance, like much better.
Pedro, you legitimately would have like some clue. Like, where does the integrated graphic? What is this? Does this thing even tell me? I don't know. Whatever. the Radeon, whatever the hell it has built inside of it.
Is it a Vega 7 or a Vega 10?
A Vega 8, I think.
Or a Vega 8.
It's an AMD Radeon graphics built-in model.
Right. It doesn't say Vega 7 or Vega 8 or Vega 10 anywhere.
That would be a lot more reading than I care to at this point, but I don't see anything that says anything. It's just
yeah, because the Vega 7, like in terms of
Yeah, it's a Vega 7.
Yeah, in terms of raw performance, I think the closest comparison would be like the 860M.
The fuck's that?
It was
The GPU on the Dell Steambox.
Yeah, the Dell the Alpha or the Dell Steambox, or some laptops had the 860M. It's almost as good as a 750, almost, but not quite, because it's still integrated graphics.
But you do get the benefits of ACO and all the other like Proton optimization.
Yes,
so
that is the big advantage. Is like VKD 3D, the performance is much better. The ACO, you're going to get a lot better shader compilation performance when compared to NVIDIA. It's, yeah.
All right. I look forward to Valve. Give me my Steam Brick. That's what I want. Please. I want a Steam Deck. No screen, no controller, just holes.
I wonder if by then there will be like the iFixit guide of like, do you just want a Steam Deck little set-top box? Here's how you remove the board and stick it in a new case.
Oh man, I'll come in here with the overhead with a hacksaw. And I will get legitimate death threats. It'd be awesome.
I mean,
just saw the areolas off the controller.
The main board on the Steam Deck is the one where the
ASM saw,
USB
baby.
port is.
Yeah.
So you can.
Well, it's ASMR. The S stands for saw. Auto saw meridian response. Don't you know? All those ASMR channels with the chainsaw, they go, people go to sleep on that.
Tune in next week for our brand new YouTube channel, ASMR with Chainsaws. But until then, you can always catch us live, 7:30 if you're a patron. Pop in our Discord, pre super shows. We're there, all in your face, audio only, but video for our executive producers because they're super awesome like that. 8:30 back here on Twitch. And, of course, Spotify, Odyssey, YouTube, you name it, we're there. We're very promiscuous. Get in touch with me. I'm usually pretty much hanging out on Twitter, at Vinstone, doing that over there. Still active on our Mastodon, mass.linuxgamecast.com. Screaming in multiple directions, and of course, hit me in IRC or hit me in our super secret Discord.
I am the sawed-off areola man himself. You can follow me on Twitter at TheBurningFool or twitch.tv/BurningFool.
And you can find me playing with my deck.
You almost said the other thing.
Yes.
You almost said the other thing.
But yes, not on Twitter. No, you got to pay extra for that. Not really. You can find me on Twitter at @accounted4. That is the social media where I'm at. I'm technically also on Mastodon, but I don't really use it.
He's secretly a TikTok star too, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man,
I'm a little too old for that.
Let's roll some credits.
You just gotta shave, then no one can tell the difference. Oh man,
10
Look
years.
At them go.
10 years.
Yeah. One day we'll finally hit puberty. But until then, we got to thank our advisors, Omegas and Artherin, our executive producers. Look at the go. Space Areolas, Bob Ram, Scott and Michos, Atomic Ass, Mike G, Mike T, Drummer, Kohaku George, Pebble, Tomaj Nunoid, and our Little Nicky fans, Abstraction, Nexus Pyramid.
With the Sea Monsters, Renault, Rider X Machina, Trudgy, Vertinuda, Justin, Frostclaw, Nubbin, David, Darkwing, and System T.
Death Notes, Brigham, Nova K, Basil, Chad, Romero, Marcin, Cam, Smash the G, Craig, Renee, Dirty Dean, Back, Gamatron, Dodgers, Anthros Gaming, Roll, Turnover, Cheesy Bacon, Kai, Jora, Stein, and Fox fine.
He actually gave us a pronunciation guide. It's Kadroy.
Yeah. Sky Linux. Sky Linux. And all the cheerlings, Zin, Pebble, Monica, -9, Dementor, Zeno, Douglas, Live It,
JPX.
Sacred Egg, Fellatio.
Sacred Egg and Live It. Thank you both so much.
Yep, and these fuckers glowing behind Ven in the walls.
Those, man, get it right. Fine, upstanding cannibals. Each and every one of them.
Find upstanding cannibalers.
So do you think we will physically be alive 10 years from now?
No.
No?
No.
I don't know.
Well, we have worked out a situation to lock Pedro in Spain.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
In a
Stand
freezer.
by, everyone.
Bye.
Hi, kids.
We did it.
Why the fuck am I the brown sock?
Right?
Yeah.
See, if we'd had any foresight, you and Nori could have made it. And I can do some special VFX shit now. Like, we could really B-movied that shit up. What are we going to end up with? Vote.LinuxGameCast. Oh, we got a tie between Thorben Time and Strider's Magical Computer. 420 with a Walker. You know what? Oh, I already voted on that. Oh. Collects Bill. 2K the same.
It's not jerk-off encouragement.
The nudes. Backdex.net. Yeah. Stranger Things at home. ASMR chainsaws. All right. All right.
Oh yeah, the Ryzen 6000. AMD, please. I want to say bring the at least a couple of the 6000s to the desktop, the APUs at least, before the or after the 7000s, just for the people who are sticking to the X570.
Oh, bitch, I just upgraded from a 1700. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I really want that 5800X 3D, and I want something else to bring the price down a bit more. It is down below the Nope line. It is under 400. So
does anybody else have this problem? If you need a previous generation CPU, it is in the one generation above the box. Like, I realize this is a trend with me. I can go back 9 generations of boxes with.
I threw out all
CPUs
my
not so
boxes.
much because they're all in use, but motherboards, yes. I have the B350 inside the X570 case box.
My motherboard history doesn't go back. AM socket F SP, whatever the fuck, the 8150. I think I have that motherboard box. Maybe.
8150 is just AM3 plus.
AM3,
or HDM.
right. Whatever the fuck it was, that one.
Yeah.
Which was socket compatible with AM1 and AM2.
No, no, that was AM3 plus was AM
Bulldozer.
and AM3. Yeah, and Bulldozer.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we're probably just gonna fuck around with after shows and maybe some tanks, because we can only get 6 people in, and there's 3 of us. That would be room for 2 fucking people.
I was gonna suggest turtles, but yeah, same problem.
Yeah, tanks we can at least get 8 people in. And listen, if it was just me, yeah, I'd have a group of people in, hey, everyone, you want to play some multiplayer? Sure, let's do it. Can't wait to do it. All right, let's do it. Oh, I need to open the game.
I should probably do that.
Oh, man. Last night was a time-honored tradition of herding cats. But we finally got everybody synced up. Once I finally get to the mode of have your shit together before I hit the go button. All right.
Nasty.
You know what? I already have the after shows in box up. Look at this. Boom.
Oh yeah, it turns out we were using it for something earlier. Right.
You know, this box has more hours on it because out of the one machine in here that will accidentally get left fucking on
It's that
for
one.
days, man. I'm like, fuck.
Because it's the odd man out.
I never think about it. Yeah, because it doesn't have a monitor on it.
Oh, interesting.
What?
So apparently North American Manchego and Spanish Manchego are very different. Apparently they just share a name.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
I know Strider was having an issue with he's like, what does this have French and German? I'm like, Belgium, bro.
Switzerland also?
I mean, Switzerland's got that's an interesting fucking con. I'm not getting into that, man, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the Swiss is all it's Italian, French, and German and Romansh.
If you're in the live channel, I'm going to be in the after shows, and if you just want to listen or if you want to participate, you do you. But I'm not going to be in this one anymore.
The APUs were FM2 and FM2 Plus, I think.
Mm.
Yes. Kaveri and Kabini.
I don't want to screen share. I want to cut the camera on. Aha. Aha. Aha.
Aha. Okay,
Okay.
so apparently Uncle Henry's Playhouse is also by the guy who did Seventh Guest.
Right?
And apparently, so that's interesting. Apparently, Uncle Henry's Playhouse is just the puzzles from those games, not actually any story.
Uncle Henry's Playhouse just sounds sketch, though, doesn't it?
It does. And it also contains Tender Loving Care, which is an interactive movie starring Michael Esposito and John Hurt's in it? Okay. I don't fucking know.
Mm.
Back when FMV games had like Christopher Walken and Clive Owen and shit in them. Christopher Walken was in so many FMV games. It's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah. I was about to say, like, he got some checks, man.
Yeah. He got cast as the Emperor of the Universe in the new Dune movie. I'm like, I want to see that. I think that's going to be a very interesting performance
I am the Emperor of... No.
of the universe. Well, that's the thing. Like, yeah, the Christopher Walken voice is a meme, but he's like, go watch The Dead Zone and shit. He's like a good actor.
Yeah, go watch something he's made in the last 5 years, though.
Yeah, that's him. Just like, yeah, check it out.
I mean, that's like saying, oh, who do we want to get? Oh, I don't know. What's his name? Brindlefly. Yeah.
Goldblum.
Who's Goldblum going to be acting as in your movie? Jeff Goldblum.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what you get. You get Jeff Goldblum. That's like
Clever
Anthony.
scientist person. Go.
You're just going to get Goldblum all over your film. Like, as long as you're cool with that,
Yeah.
you can dress him up. You can change his clothes out, but it's going to be Goldblum in his current form.
Yep.
Yes, that's a CPU socket. What's your point?
God damn.
Yeah.
Australians, man,
Mir's
just
still on about
adversarial.
sockets.
So how much milk do you normally fucking drink, man?
Oh, those 4 cartons are my emergency.
Okay,
Right.
you drink enough to where you have backup milk. Got it?
Yes. Because it takes me like an hour to walk across to Aldi's to get some. And just in case I don't have the money to buy milk, I have them there.
Yeah, makes
It's
sense.
lower quality milk, but it's milk.
High in vitamin R.
That's milk.
That's what he said, right? Milk.
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 Milk. Milk. Milk.
I don't want to type in kangaroo milk. Not happening.
No,
It's
you
the ferret.
don't.
It's the ferret milk.
You-
Ah, but my
no,
bones are so
don't make me
brittle.
think that,
But I've
for
been
God's
drinking lots
sake,
of
No.
milk.
I can just imagine you like, yeah, we sell this shit to tourists. What is it? You don't want to know.
Koala milk.
Hey, Mr. Alert, how's that shelf-stable milk that I left for you?
Isn't that
Oh,
just-
Oh my god. Did you
What?
leave out? Why would you leave poor Alan milk? Why are you leaving stuff at his house?
Yes.
I don't know. I'll have to ask Alyssa. She's pretty much the main one who drinks milk here.
Oh, okay.
Please don't make Wintercell drink that milk.
She already did. When I was staying there, she drank some.
Rip.
Hot stuff. Legally distinguishable.
Hey,
Hot stuff.
legally distinguished hot stuff. Don't sue us.
Well,
Salt, pepper-
she-
You know, the main reason this is stayed in rotation is because it does skirt somehow the copyright laws. I'm like, fucking how?
Donna Summer. Okay. Yeah. Don't sue us, Donna Summer, even though you're dead.
Zombie Donna, somebody gonna sue somebody.
Dude, you know what? Donna Summer's legit. Yeah. Very good singer.
Who are we missing? Jordan?
Jordan.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Jordan.
Right.
Squirrel.
I got distracted by milk.
Squirrel. I don't know, man. Like,
And yes, I do drink a lot of.
I don't have anything against like milk or anything. I've just never had it. So
I just like it. I just love it. There's no reason
I don't
behind
mind it.
I just drink it.
I have it with other
I do
things.
drink milk on occasion. Usually when eating something chocolatey.
just seems so
Pair it with
viscous.
You
I
can
mean-
buy
I
skim
mean-
I don't
milk.
know what.
It's
just white water.
Viscous enough to where there's lower viscosity versions of it. Yes,
Yeah.
I think my point stands.
I mean, that's true of soup.
They
I
really
like
should
the
sell
extremely
milk.
viscous soup.
I mean, yeah, I should be able to get like 10W5 milk.
Just grading. I mean, that's what the fat content is. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, we got
Man, hot stuff does not mash up well with the shell shock music.
Oh yeah, right. I haven't
No,
even
it
put that up. Do epic music initialize. Give me a second. Where's their epic music? You need to go out over the jack sync. There we go.
I still have that fucking Rick James, Ronnie James Dio crossover stuck in my head.
I haven't heard that. What's that?
It's a crossover of Holy Diver and Do You Love Me, Mary Jane.
Okay.
It's good.
All right.
Have they, can you buy Stream Decks yet?
The Elgato Stream Deck.
Yeah.
Who's breathing? Oh, an oven?
Yeah, we kind of muddied the water here, haven't we? that one's on us.
Oh, get fucked.
What?
Okay. I want. Oh, is that for two? I want the big one. No, I already have the big one, but I want the bigger.
Hang on. What?
The biggerer.
Holy fucking Jesus!
I think this is like
For
this
a
one,
button
and you get a
panel.
bonus one for fuck all reason, which I don't need.
Give us more money.
How many buttons is that though? XL?
The 123 one.
Excel's
225.
32?
Jesus Christ!
That's
32.
not
32.
Yeah.
that bad. How much is yours? One.
That's being a TV channel.
Bet you
Camera
don't
one,
have as many
camera two.
buttons as I need, man. All right. That's still more than I want to pay for one.
No.
Get one of those generic programmable Chinese keyboards.
Yes, and you're going to write the integration modules I need for the
They're
BitFocus?
compatible with CMK.
What the fuck's CMK? I need it to work with
UNCUT.
BitFocus Companion.
I think you're talking about UMK, not CMK.
I didn't catch that. That's too low.
BitFocus Companion, the thing that drives the
Right.
integration between OBS.
Is some WebSocket stuff.
I mean, with that one, you can make the firmware just do whatever buttons you want. You can do up to F23 or something
Can I put pictures on the buttons?
W would be.
with a label printer.
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
no. See, this is where the story starts falling apart, Matthias.
No, actually, you can do color coding.
Well, yeah, you can do like
Uh,
keycaps, custom
No,
keycaps.
no, actually, quite literally, QMK supports open RGB, so you can do color
Oh.
coding.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, you may not be able to get pictures, but you can use an RGB keyboard.
Ah, damn it. I guess that mashup got copyright claimed because it's not searchable anymore.
Ah, man, somebody got it.
Oh,
Ah,
Boo.
Woo.
that's some more shit. God damn
Right.
it, copyright.
All right, bio break. Anybody need to get up, go do things? I need drinks and bio break.
I'm okay.
All right.
I really prefer what was it, Weepin' Bell over Gloom though. So sorry, Mir.
What's U and E mean?
Une. Let's one. Une. 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4,
June.
5, 6,
Oh.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
I think
you
I'm
and
going to
A.
have to switch keyboards out. This one's dropping these strokes.
Right. Well, U and E is the local university here. So.
Of course, the one thing I retained from French class is how to count to 20. So
Oh, the annoying thing about French is that 80 is 420. 80.
yeah.
Unless you're French Canadian, where it's just drunk.
Yeah, it's D8. And that's what they teach us in Canada. Wait, no, that's 18. Yeah. Never mind. Listen, it was 20 years ago now. I don't fucking care.
Look, you can do them better than me. I know English and bad English. That's it.
You know English and Stray and yeah.
Bad English. Yes.
Bogan.
Yes, I can speak Bogan. Yes. I can speak fluent Bogan.
Extremely fluent in Bogan.
Yes. Unfortunately. Right, that poor video that the man posted the other day.
I was
of the
getting
guy on
ready
the
to say,
highway.
was it you or somebody else that posted that video?
No, that was
The
Van,
guy
and I
going
understood every
ape
word he
shit.
was doing. Why he was attacking the car with a boomerang is beyond me, but still.
I mean,
And why
he
would
was
they-
clearly mad.
And why were the cars parked?
Nubbin,
Yeah,
you're
I think
so
it was
blown out.
I think
You
it was
need to-
just
you
on a
need- you need to come
very,
down.
very bad.
You're real loud there, Nubbin.
Yeah, you need to come down on your input.
All right.
That's better.
There we go.
Oh man, we're talking about Nerf. I love Nerf footballs too. They're delicious.
Yeah, but they plug me up.
They do, but that's why you gotta eat. Always eat the ones with the little fucking aerodynamic fins on the back, so you got something to grab onto to get it out.
I always thought the
slightly
texture was a
salty.
bit spongy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like-
don't you like sponge cake?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
not
wouldn't
when
mind
it's cooked for 10
SpongeBob's
hours.
cake, like if it screamed the entire time I was eating it. That'd be kind of dope.
I'm sure that exists.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure you can pay extra for that. Yeah.
Screaming SpongeBob cake. Like, did any of you actually? Did any of you actually watch that Netflix Is It Cake show?
I didn't know. No, you could be making things up, and I wouldn't call you on it though, because you threw the Netflix variable in there. I'm like, eh.
yeah.
God damn it.
Well,
And
Rohit
then
just
it exploded.
Rohit died.
And that's why I shouldn't have run windowed mode.
I'm running in windowed mode. It's fine.
Yeah. Team window.
But you're on the Steam Deck, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm in desktop mode.
Big oof.
God damn it!
Wow.
Who was that?
Hello.
That was ass, I believe.
Noted.
For what?
Noting.
Noting purposes. Node.js purposes.
Proper documentation.
Ow. Oh, hang on that one.
Oh, that was a really big ball.
That's a whiff.
God damn it! Atomic
No
even has a
win,
mana bar.
so- Woohoo.
How do we get mana bars?
You gotta buy into
Gotta upgrade your tank.
Eh.
Yeah, gotta upgrade your chassis.
Tread and armor is always useful because then you can like llama your way up,
Yeah.
or like goat your way up
That's-
walls.
That's all mine is, yeah.
Ow! Wow.
Ow!
Sniped.
Oh,
Ooh,
damn it.
very good.
All right, let me get more behind Meat Shield.
I All right, I'm gonna save the drone for someone else. They can get it.
Banana drone.
Nana. And you all missed it. They really don't like you, Pedro.
No, they clearly do not.
Good luck.
Could have been
Pretty
worse.
Right.
That could have been
Thank you, Alan,
worse.
for not moving.
Thank you, Alan, for not moving.
Thank you, Jordan, for not moving.
God damn.
I did.
What
move,
did you
but
do?
then I didn't like my vantage point. So
All right, everyone, quit being silly. You can't knock Alan below me.
go Spermies.
Oh no, not the froggies. No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're shooting over me. Fair enough. Ow.
Go my Spermies.
Ow.
Could have been worse. Could have been
Ow.
worse.
Bonk.
Chim chim choo.
It's a good thing you only drink milk, Ben. Strong tank bones.
He only drinks long shelf life milk.
Right.
So he's got that long shelf life.
What the fuck are you doing, Pedro?
Fuck.
Oh, you bugger.
Ow, 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 ow.
Good V. That was a good V.
Ow.
I just wanted to go for the portal's kill shot.
Alright, fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not good enough to try and go for that shit.
There's Whittlelord Nubbin.
There we go.
That was a very good V.
Yeah.
V for vagina.
Spider, tarantula. Okay, cool. Good.
Okay.
No, Jordan is V for vasectomy.
Oh, God.
Vagina sectomy.
It's V for circumcision.
Oh!
Ow.
Well, I guess in Hebrew it could technically be a V.
Oh, crap.
because in Hebrew B and V are like the same letter.
Okay. Nubbin, sorry in advance.
Don't apologize.
Oh,
What are you,
shit.
Canadian?
There we
And I
go.
exploded.
Okay. It did. Okay, actually, it did.
I got
that's
my
fine.
lichon, my
That works.
barbecue
This is
Pedro.
fine.
Oh, Peter, you're so tangy. Fuck you, it missed.
It's raining, Alan.
Oh, God damn it.
Ah,
That was a bad move.
well, this basically comes down to try to get health while hitting Foxy.
Can I pee on
Yeah,
him?
I'm not
is the
doing
question.
anything here.
All right, let's let's try to pee on Foxy's head. No, too much. All right.
Oh, very close with the firework.
What? Oh, fuck you, game. Really, really. Eat shit and die. Fuck you. I don't know. We have more people, but they have more health.
That's me, Atomic.
There we go. Some V.
Okay.
Magic sliver of health, Alan. I'm just going on a kamikaze run for fucking Foxy now. I have so low health that like I might as well just try to take him out. Actually, why don't I just do
All right.
that? I think. Yeah, there we go.
Huh?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Get him.
Oh, ow. Never mind. Good. We're good.
Alan, why are you vibrating?
When is he not?
It's not anymore.
What did you eat?
Technically, we're all vibrating. Magic pixel of health. Magic pixel of health. Hi,
I told
Foxy.
you we're leaving atomic structures out of
Full
tonight's
HP.
conversation. All right, goddammit.
Oh god. Sorry, Atomic, but pretty sure I'm gonna get a sword up the ass. Yeah, there it is.
Fuck.
Blew myself up, but you know what? It's fucking worth it.
Wow.
Ow.
It's fucking worth it.
Gentlemen.
Come on, Atomic. You only need to kill 3 of them in one go.
Yeah.
Without losing.
Anyway, that's
Fuck
how
off.
I got the luckiest three-way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how Atomic Ass won this entire match with 1 hit point to spare.
Oh, that was a good one.
All right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, children.
Goodbye, children.
And they all missed.
It didn't move, so
That's what I'm
yeah, they're
hoping.
not gonna miss.
No,
They still
Dead
all
on.
missed. All right. I sacrificed myself for the greater good. But
Good thing he didn't move.
hey, I got second place in terms of damage. And we get the shitty Alan victory song.
Yes.
It's so insulting when you're on the other side of it. It's great.
Come on, Rohit. You can try again.
Yep.
There we go.
There he is.
Hell yeah.
Well, I won 1 game this round, or this week. So
Okay, we're gonna play Anakin.
Okay. and somehow the people with the low ground still win.
That's what happened
Like
last
last
time.
time. Yes.
Yeah, it turns
Well, that
out
was
Obi-Wan
with
doesn't know
Scott,
shit. Because
Yeah.
when he killed Darth Maul, he didn't have the high ground. He had the low ground.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then he turned
I
into
mean,
a robot. Either way.
I mean, you turned into a robot scorpion and then just turned into a regular robot.
Yeah.
I don't
You
think they ever.
underestimate my power.
I don't think they ever explained how he became a robot scorpion, though. He just shows up
I think
one
they
episode of
did. I
Clone
think
Wars.
Yeah,
And they're
it
just like,
was in a
yeah.
page.
Well, isn't
Silly.
like Darth
was-
like half cybernetic spider
Yeah.
person now?
It was mentioned in some of the comics and the books, from what I
Which Darth? There's like a couple Darths.
I don't know Darth. I don't fucking whatever.
Darth Binks.
The one that got cut in half who's still
yeah,
alive.
Maul. Yeah, that's
Darth
who we're
Maul,
talking about.
yeah.
Yeah, that's who we're talking about.
and that was
Yeah, he's half
mentioned
spider
in the
person.
books.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
he's
is-
like he's a half spider robot. He stops being that after
And
like a
went
point, but
completely
like,
insane.
Okay.
Fuck you.
but I mean like again, they never really
Like a-
explained like what the fuck was with the
Oh,
okay, sure.
okay.
Sorry about that.
He's on your team. He's on your team.
I did not mean.
Okay, that hit something, but that did not go where I wanted it to go.
Okay, starting achieve. Ooh, nice shot.
But
Thank you.
that's
Oh,
a
that was
fucking
it.
bank shot. Damn.
Oh,
Wow. So the atomic ass and Ven are just cheating. I see.
Sounds like somebody got the high ground.
Shut up. Shut up,
Are they happy
Anakin.
with it all of a sudden?
I wasn't happy with it.
ow.
Or as Anakin said in the movie.
Yeah. Wow. I just peed on Alan. That's like, damn. That is a beautiful arc. That's apparently what quicksand does too. I did not know, but now I do.
Damn it! Oh, and I missed a portal.
Did
Aw,
I get
man.
fishy? No, I dodged the
damn it.
fishy. I.
Hmm.
d-
Oh,
Yeah, reduced power too much.
I think
Or
this
not
package
enough.
manager will have to.
Either
These
way.
holes in the sheet are awesome.
What happened there?
32.
All right, well, I'm moving.
Damn it!
Maybe
All
not.
right, well, now I have to aim again. Thank you, Alan.
What are you two doing?
I mean, yeah, sure, clump.
Yeah, clump up.
Ow.
Wrong way. Wait. Aw.
Oh,
Ouch. Oh no.
ow.
That bounced weirdly.
What the fuck?
Good lord.
What the fuck is this shit?
Backboard.
That's right, target. Get closer.
Now you're out of it.
Good luck.
Backboard. Bounce.
May the Schwartz be with you.
One.
May the Schwartz be with you. Oh, I took too long to
Yep,
aim. Damn
you
it.
did.
Ooh.
Bounced over.
Hell?
Banana.
Huh.
You know what? I'll
All right,
take
okay. I didn't really want to be that close.
That was some rods from God type shit right there,
it.
man.
Yeah. Some Rod Flanders from God.
Rowdy Pipers from.
Rowdy Gaudy Pipers.
Oh, not too not far enough. No,
Sheldon,
don't hit me.
Okay.
Bad Josh. Bad Josh.
Josh can't save you now.
Oh crap! I should have moved.
He's already dead. Oh, God damn it.
Oh, it's the
Stay
rock.
in. Stay in. Yes.
Oh, no!
Yes. Yeah.
Yay! 10.
Nice.
Oh man, that was an emotional roller coaster.
Not quite what I was
fuck
hoping
is that?
for, but ow!
Emotions.
Stop it with the bloody frogs! Jesus.
They gave me two of the spermies. I had to use them.
Officer, it wasn't my fault at all. See, it was,
It was the
entrapment.
spermies.
Yeah,
It was the spermies.
It was the spermies the whole time.
100%, baby.
Damn it.
Oh no, stare bear. Stare bear.
Okay.
No care. All stare.
This
Oh,
game
fuck
is
you,
basically
game.
This game is basically Worms. Let's be real.
Oh no, you should have. You've been all right there.
But unlike other Worms games, this one works on Linux. So
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
Where did the rock go?
water. So he went between a hard place. Look at these balls.
I'm not falling for that again, man.
Damn it. All right. Well.
Shit.
All right.
I can see Alan's run away.
Guppies. Nope.
Uh-huh.
I thought they
Damn it.
I thought they flopped
no
around
froggies.
more, but I guess that's the upgraded one.
Don't.
Oh,
Magic
Still
pixel of health.
Still.
Magic pixel of
oh my
health.
god!
Can I thread the needle?
No. Oh,
I did.
Poorly.
My Steam Deck's Wi-Fi temporarily went out.
I
hope
am-
you hear me.
Hanging by a
I thought you were talking about your
Red
Steam Deck's
here.
wife for a second.
Wi-Fi
The waifu, man.
but it seems to be working, so that's great.
The waifu Manchu.
Okay. If you miss Pager, you're gonna
It's
get
up
laughed
to
at.
you, Alan.
All right. Yeah.
Whoa.
come on,
All
make
right.
it! Make it! Make it! Make it!
There we go.
Damn
So
it.
this is the part where Alan breaks out his nope weapons, right?
Yeah, no, he just goes all Ultra Instinct on our shit.
Just biznorts everyone one by one. He's like, "You're last."
Cracks out the nuke or something.
What?
Step through the
Okay.
raindrops,
That was
baby.
a solid no on that one.
That was just to show you that he could. He could. He's that precise.
if he really wanted to. Nope.
Oh,
Too much gravity.
no.
Too much Sandra Bullock.
Hey,
Huh.
not enough follow on that one.
Right?
All right.
Well, that's a weird one.
There. Okay.
It looks like a really
Go
silly
for the
face if you turn
extra
your head to
skill
the side.
set. Portal.
It looks like
black hole.
Eyes.
It looks like the
That
portals are the
out.
eyes and the black hole is the mouth going like.
Ooh. Gravies.
Wow, I'm the first
All
casualty.
right,
huh?
look.
What do you mean the first casualty?
Well,
Wait,
I'm
no,
not my team.
wait. I thought I picked
Of
the
your
arrow, not the
team, yes.
boomerang. Damn it.
Wow.
On the sniper.
It's such a shame Alan is in such a hard to reach corner of the fucking
Yes.
map.
Yeah, I know.
Come on,
Magic
did I get
bumper
anything?
protection.
Fuck off with that. Oh, nope.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
Oh,
I gotta
No.
1v1 Alan. Damn it. All right.
Yeah.
Because he blew up. I had to blow up
He
too.
just saved you for a
Okay.
snack, baby.
Yeah, no, you fucking called it.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Okay.
That was a lot of damage.
All right.
Yeah, fuck off and die.
You can.
Hmm.
All right. What do I have?
Watch as I snatch defeat from
8
the jaws of
seconds.
victory.
Right. You're gonna one. Oh,
The moons.
What's that?
don't worry. You have rocks to protect you.
Do I have
Safety rocks.
do I have a spread?
Or do you have a super accurate?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vegas odds, baby. God damn.
Can you just drive to the medkit?
All right. Well, what kind of new shit did I get? Turret mob? Sure.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the fucking turret mob was, but it fucked
wasn't.
you up.
It was a flaming turret mob.
Yeah.
No happy music this time, huh?
No, I don't have the happy music. Okay.
What do you want to close it up with? Some football.
Yeah, let's do some footy.
Yeah.
Football.
All right. Well, there you go, Alan. I'm gonna retire on top. Champion, undefeated. Let's not do mannequin for the fucking shocker, man.
I guess we are doing.
All right. Well.
Yes.
All right. Well, now
Oh my God.
I'm a bottom bitch.
Well,
Yes. That's.
Let's be real. It's equally as fuck.
Let's. Do I have a
Got the high
bulger?
ground.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right. All right. Well,
I don't have a bulger. Dang it.
No, I don't have any defensive shit either.
fuck you, physics.
No. No.
I'm gonna stay the fuck away from that shit. Yeah.
I'm going to try to carefully bulge.
You only hurt. Okay, bring me down to your level, huh?
I'm trying to make like a slope so that we don't have like a fucking hockey stick we have to contend with. We can at least like ramp it up.
Something that makes holes.
Hey,
something
Mr.
that
Fox Dog,
makes holes.
I can see your doodle.
The sword.
Oh yeah,
bitch.
good bounce.
Yes,
Kinda
good bounce.
Quit fucking with my bulge, goddamn.
No, get your hand out. Get your hands out of my pants too. God damn it. Okay. Get in the trench. Trench it up, baby.
Okay. That one doesn't make holes, so let's find another
I'm
one.
done.
I like the little farty noises. Good job.
Yeah, I don't have anything that bulges.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like shoot.
Yep.
As it turns out, like attempting to plan in this mode does nothing.
Too much.
If you believe hard enough, maybe the ball will go into the opponent's net.
Well, if I believed harder, I'd have more bulge.
It's true. That's because someone stopped fucking with it. You know, how's it gonna get bigger otherwise?
Limp ass.
Oh my god, do
Thank
it,
you,
do it,
Atomic.
go in their net,
Thank
go
you.
in their net.
Oh,
Fuck you, rocks.
huh. All right, let me see if I can quadangulate a way to fuck this up and knock it back in our own goal. All right, there we go.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now it's done. Now all we have to do is leave it there. We don't have to.
That,
we don't have
ladies
to
and
touch
gentlemen,
anything.
is physics going, fuck you.
Yeah. I spawned the ball in the exact middle of the screen. Oh well.
You suck, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Are you a hacker?
Behind D?
Okay, when in doubt,
Love can blossom on a battlefield.
A surveillance camera?
anything's
They have
possible
those
with
in Buddhist
nano
sites?
machines, son.
Yeah. What? Did you change your mind, Paul?
No. God damn it.
I went that way, then went back, I went the other way.
Indecisive balls, man.
Nickel for every time I've had that problem, right?
Right? Very uncomfortable.
Go to hell. Not to me.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Just momentarily,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Welcome back to. That's what this episode is called. Yes. No. Yes. Oh, it's our turn. Fuck.
Oh, that didn't do fuck.
Yeah. No. You know what? It's fine. We don't actually.
Went in the right hole. That's what I wanted. I want that shit.
No.
dropped
No. No. No.
down.
No. 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 No.
Hmm.
Okay.
I'll give you one last chance.
Why can't I use like teleport and just teleport over there and fuck with
You
them?
could. Yep.
Yeah.
I always forget we have those things, but it's like, why would you ever
Items?
not shoot? Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you ever not shoot?
Do the thing. Wait. Other way
That
thing.
went
though.
the wrong way.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ah.
Okay.
No. Not cool.
All right.
Still good.
Good bounce.
Just-
good bounce.
It's a little airborne. It's still good. It's still
There
good.
we go. Got a nice little ramp.
Yeah. Nestled in the bosom of Ven and Pedro.
Ricochet
At
off
least
Pedro's
for now.
head. Yeah. I got this.
Yes. No.
Ooh,
Wing.
no.
Red-
All right. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. Like very minimal displacement here.
All right.
Let's go with that. No.
And you would think it would be impossible to knock the ball straight fucking up in the air, but here we are, man. Here we are. That did it. We found a way.
Shorter than Ven.
Listen, yeah. Listen, all we have to do is keep our 1 point lead. That's all we need to do. It doesn't matter.
It's been working thus far.
Fuck you, Zipper.
No one hit the ball.
But, you know, that's fine. That's fine. Why are you complaining? Take it easy. Relax.
Yeah. One more turn, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, does everyone aim?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna aim towards them.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, like, I feel that is the most important part of this game mode, is just, like, making a downwards ramp so that when the ball ends up on their side, it just rolls in. Everything else is just kind of...
You know.
Just kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else is just random chance.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Sure. I'm fine. Yes, that's good.
Really?
You know what? Let's just see how far
Yeah.
to the right we can shoot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot in the other
Collectively.
direction. Yeah. Yeah, no business going there.
All
Damn
right.
it! Who the fuck shot the moons?
Brilliant.
Not me.
Okay. Yeah, we did it.
Despite our team's best effort.
All we had to do was not try, and it turns out that's all it takes to win Shocker.
Alan, your happiness music is hollow.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on.
You lost, son.
No one understands.
Oh, hell no. Thus concludes bullshit FTW.
Oh, I can do my daily win. Am I gonna get the thing? I got 10. Nice.
OMG. BBQ. WTF.
Alien bonus.
I just blindly click on shit. Oh.
1
Until-
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the 100 gears once, but it glitched out and it didn't record. And I'm like, you motherfucker.
No.
Oh.
And it wasn't like obvious. It wasn't like on the edge either. It was like well in there, and it's just like, nope, too bad.
I have 666 gears now.
Hail Satan!
Nice.
Right? You better watch out. Tank Jesus is going to show up.
I don't think
That, you know what? That I think that's the name of my new pitch to Netflix.
I don't think you
is
wanna
Tank
invoke
Jesus.
Be very careful.
Invoke the Scott.
George's like, no, I'm gonna miss like fast forward 9 months. I was like, yeah, no, I gotta be on the press junket for Tanks' Jesus.
Listen, they actually renewed us for 2 more seasons, which is
Right.
something Netflix never fucking does. So like,
Series 3.
yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 places I do not get attached to a show. NBC, because I just will refuse to watch anything they put out because they're gonna kill it, and
Netflix, because yeah, they're just gonna kill it.
you just go and watching, knowing like if you get one and done. Wasn't it Netflix? Has Netflix ever pulled something before it, like finished
Cowboy.
one series? I don't think so.
Cowboy Bebop?
No, because I mean, Netflix wouldn't, because they don't really like release stuff weekly.
They dump
do for-
everything at one time.
Yeah.
Few and far between. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop, man. God, I don't know how that got all the way through fucking production like it was, and no one went, no one's going to like this.
You know what?
I never watched that show.
I think what happens is like sometimes people are too embedded into it. Like this is why you need to have like test screenings and shit, right? To get like people outside of the people working on it or looking at it, because otherwise you're used to these ideas. You think they're good.
I fear they did, but their target, they were like, no, we need to make sure this has the widest appeal and all that. And like people that know what the fuck a cow. And listen, I had not seen a Cowboy Bebop episode in 20 mothering years. I wasn't walking in going, this isn't like the anime. Like I barely remember the fucking premise. And I didn't even get through that first episode. It's like, this is some bullshit. Who's this for? Not me.
Yeah.
I never watched the show, but all I know is that Faye says, "Welcome to the ouch motherfucker," and yeah, that's all I need to know.
You're really obsessed with these like one bad lines and define everything by them, don't you?
Exactly. Yes. Without. Have I done that in the past? Have I mentioned that?
Yeah, well, not this one specifically, but you're obsessed with Mario and Princess Peach. If there's like one bad line of dialogue, you just fucking zero into it, regardless of anything else.
Maybe I'm playing too much into it, but I mean, like, come on, like Kojima.
I'm just saying we might be able to establish a pattern.
Yeah.
Maybe I have a short attention span, yeah, and I can only zero in on one thing and decide. Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, that's good. I'm glad we had a somebody bonus on.
Yeah, it's always nice to have an interview.
No,
I like interviewing people. It's like it's a different muscle to flex, right?
It's something we need a lot of practice at, but it's always good to have like, oh, we get to ask questions.
Yep.
Immediate feedback.
And have a conversation. Yeah.
So it's the same two people.
Which one of us is you don't consider a person?
No, I mean, no. Each of you is talking to two
I
other people.
have Pedro.
That's what I
he's
meant.
a robot.
That's okay, Rohit. I forgive you.
I meant between the three of you, you're talking to two different people. For each of you.
Anybody want to take a stab at that?
No,
Okay,
no,
I see.
but-
I see what Rohit means. Yes.
Rohit, I want the drug.
I am talking to Jordan
when
and
you're
Ven.
interviewing
Ven is
someone-
talking to Jordan and myself, and Jordan is talking to Ven and myself.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! Let me
So
pull
when you
up
interview someone,
my
you're talking to a third person.
needlessly complex to English.
And like, what is more
sorry.
complicated, the description of Primer or this? I'm confused.
Debatable.
No, no, Rohit, I get what you're saying, but like, we also like have a document where we fucking wrote down a bunch of questions beforehand and we knew what we were gonna ask him, right? Like, it's not like it's not that sort of it's not the same conversational dynamic as
Sure.
like the four of us talking. Yeah,
I mean, it can be.
it can't, but it wasn't. But yeah, and again, because we have show notes.
I guess for that to work properly, it would have to be someone like Strider, someone who we know.
Well, I mean, there was that moment. He was like, I guess you wouldn't have covered that when you were doing the runs. Like, I didn't do that much research, man. I was like, start with a link.
You're giving us more credit. I watched 30 minutes of YouTube talks. That was kind of it.
Yeah, I watched your talks on YouTube. That was about it.
I read through
the
press
website
release
and I tried to download Gamerzilla and it gave me a 404 and I was like, okay, we're done.
Yeah.
I wonder,
listen,
Pedro,
it
is
shows
it still 404? Might want to check that.
Let's see. Gamerzilla. No, not Gamezilla. It's actually Gamerzilla.
Yeah, Gamerzilla, because it's like on Hubzilla.
But Gamezilla just sounds much better.
Oh,
I think Gamezilla is
there
the
goes
thing.
Tokyo.
Still 404. File not found.
God damn.
All right, well,
We tried. Public shaming didn't work.
well, I mean, I think technically he has until like the podcast gets released Sunday.
Till the edited show is up. Yeah.
Get an email. I was like, hey, man, can you just hold off like 2 hours? No.
Yeah, turns out I got to rebuild my web server.
The press will not be silenced. We're real legitimate press talky people or something. I don't know, whatever.
I don't know. I guess we give the impression that we came prepared to an interview, so
I don't know. I'm just riffing on like when Strider is like really backed up into an argument and he accuses us of being reporters.
Fucking reporter.
And I'm like, that's the only way you can dig out of this one? Wow. What did you start? Oh, yeah, exactly. When I see the bottom line and he was like, but they're journalists. I'm like, oh, you picked some bullshit fight, didn't you?
I I mean, like, you know, technically we're journalists. We run a podcast.
No journal, we do a
meet
podcast.
the definition technically.
Yeah. But here's the thing. No one said we had to be good journalists.
I don't think anyone's accused. Well, no.
No one said you had
A
to
couple
be
of people have accused us of
knowledgeable
being
either.
good.
I don't like.
You're
All
acceptable.
right. What is the definition of journalism? Because like last time I checked, we do a fucking podcast.
Well, we report on the news, which is journalism. It's tech journalism, but it's still journalism.
You do the latest.
Journalism is the
News,
production and distribution
reviews.
of reports on the interaction of events, facts, ideas, and people that are the news of the day that inform society to some degree. So, yeah, I think that counts.
I would say we're like one Kevin Bacon away because we report on the report.
That's true, but like, that's BuzzFeed, right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
BuzzFeed. It's a fucking
Super.
podcast, man. We talk about what's going on. Yeah, we share our thoughts and opinions.
But BuzzFeed is now considered a legitimate journalistic source. So,
Yeah, I mean,
like, it's fluid, baby. Don't worry about it.
by impolite company.
And
Listen,
Fox
listen.
News won a court case. That means that they don't actually have to tell the truth. So,
Anything goes.
Listen. Here's the thing. If we get denied for a press pass, I think I'll accept that as argument that we're not journalists. But
Easy. All right, fine.
but you know, it's you can just ask for press passes. People they'll just give them to you.
Oh, you
Go to E3. Do a
But
show on that.
I'm going to ring up Canadian Parliament and see what we can work out.
Yeah.
maybe if they're discussing something tech related.
Oh, fuck no. I want it to be like syrup.
Listen, I will go in front of Parliament and talk about syrup for an hour. I don't give a shit. It's like, I loathe each and every one of you in this room. Today we're going to talk about waffles.
Waffles.
Is it
Oh, man.
gerrymandering? Is that a thing in
No,
Canada?
dude, you need to be like the waffler.
That's Pedro, though.
No, Dane
I
Cook.
can't take that from him. That's his job.
Does the internet not remember with his
Yeah,
was
with
it?
the
Syrup of trust?
Yeah, and his iron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that? Dane Cook?
Was it? No. Dane Cook was
Huh?
the waffler. I know he was in that movie, but
Good night, Twitch. If you want to come listen to find out
Oh
who
no,
the
shit,
waffler was.
That was Dane Cook. Yeah.
Bye bye.
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 Bye.